What's up, everybody? It's Make It Make Sense. I don't know. All three of these people were late. It was definitely not me. I just want to put that out there. I want to put that out there from the beginning. It was actually my fault. As you guys know, I'm out of town and I didn't have any of the stuff that I needed to do this live. So I had to go to Best Buy. So either way it goes, thank you guys for being here. Sorry for being late. And like the video as the intro plays, because we got a lot to get into.
Could somebody please make it make sense?
Make it make sense to me in election.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. Made sense.
Make it make sense. You knew what was up.
Big moves.
Surfer.
Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
The dogs call. For many days I didn't bring him here because I suffer when he bites me. He bite me in my vagina. When I'm walking and he sees other dog, he right away, he jump on my vagina because he gets so crazy. He doesn't know who I am. He forgets everything.
Look at me. What did I say? No. Come here. Look at me. Hey. Look at me. No.
Okay. Hey, Jamie. Hey, Gabor. Hey, Rodney.
What's good?
Going on? Hey,
Well,
everybody.
Hey.
I'm glad you guys agreed to come on. So tonight's gonna be a little bit different. So no, not for you, Gabor. I mean, like for the people. Every super chat and all the money from this live will be divided by 3. I really appreciate them spending their time with me. So anything that you give tonight is going to the 3 other content creators because I appreciate them coming on and clowning with me. So when I get my check next month, I'll make sure that it gets divided by 3. So run. I never say you guys cash app or super chat or whatever. Run it up because it's for these 3 today. I really appreciate it. They're making YouTube fun for me. I had so much fun the last time we did this.
I did too.
Yeah, we always have fun.
I could have kept talking.
Me too.
Okay, I can go on for about 4 or 5 hours.
I knew you had it in you, right? Because I remember one time you said, "Ooh, I don't know how y'all do it. Sit up on these lives, honey, for hours and hours." And I'm like, Rodney act like he can't give us more in his videos. Like he can't just sit. So I actually was excited when I started seeing that you was doing longer form content. Hello, I was like, come on, Rodney. You better sit up and look. I be going to sleep. I be having Rodney in my ear, bitch. I'll go to sleep at noon. I'm sorry, at midnight. I'm waking up at 2 and I hear Rodney up here still in my headphones loud as hell. I was like,
And Gabor too with a 5-hour live.
But that don't be planned though.
yes, y'all be going in.
I can't see myself planning to go on live for 5 hours. I just get to talking and the conversation be good.
And it be good. And you just do what you gotta do.
That's what happened.
I'm here for it.
What's in my cup? A Casamigos margarita from downstairs at the casino. Y'all, I low-key kind of want to start with Nene.
Okay, what she did?
What had happened?
Y'all got it up because I ain't been in tune today. What happened?
I really do feel like Carlos King became a very successful like producer, but I think he really wanted to be like a friend of the housewives. And seeing him with Nene really like solidifies that in my head. So they're over here talking about side chicks, something that Nene knows a lot about.
Cheating, I could deal with that.
You can.
I might, yeah, because see, look, if I'm here in Georgia and you went to San Francisco for the I'm saying any city. I'm saying if he went to New York for the weekend.
Okay, go ahead.
What you don't know
Won't hurt you.
it won't hurt you. However, if you're going to cheat, you need to do it with respect. Now you do need. I don't like people who are not respectful. So these are the ones that aren't respectful. They're talking to the side piece and lying to them. First of all, you already lied to whoever this is on the side. So if you're gonna be respectful, you tell that person you Give me 50 feet on my woman. Right. Don't ever approach me when you see me with my woman.
So that's the rule.
Number one, you can never approach. I couldn't imagine somebody approaching me. It would just be like, what?
Who are you?
Laugh, girl. Laugh a little harder.
You to me.
What are you doing right now?
Yes.
So yeah, I do agree that there have to be respectful cheating. Is that what you call it?
It's called respectful cheating. It's when your side piece doesn't call my phone saying, put my man on the phone, B. And it's like, well, dang, girl.
Or posting on your social media.
Yeah, or when the side piece posts the arm of the man with his tattoos so you could see the year he was born and the year of his daughter.
That's really,
so that you can identify that, yeah, girl, this my man too.
That's
disrespectful cheating.
That
keep your side pieces in check.
That's
Carlos, has something going on with you in the Africa?
Yes.
Because that was real.
Well, you know, he take advice from Robin. He swallows. He said it.
When did he say that?
He was doing an interview with Brandy on his channel, and he said that he swallows. He don't hold it in the side like Ashley do.
Until he go to sleep. Well, I feel like, what did Nene say about a woman approaching her? Because all I thought about was her being approached with a lawsuit. Didn't the wife bring something up against her?
Mm-hmm.
So I just thought that was real interesting that she mentioned that. And also, I'm like, Nene didn't have her fun with a marriage. So maybe she's not interested in being married again. So she definitely wants the man to be cheating, and, you know, respectfully, because maybe that's what she feel like she doing with that lady husband. I don't know.
But wasn't Greg already married when Nene got with him when she was at the club?
Good question.
Greg was already
I'm not
married.
sure. Was he?
I believe he was already married.
Did date Greg when he was married? How about he my husband of 20 years? Good for you. Okay, well, good. So why you?
Yeah, so she did meet him when he was married.
Oh my!
Why you sound like?
You remember them kids felt a certain type of way. You remember them kids felt a certain type of way when Nene got married. The special she had with Greg when she got married.
But you know you sound like Bertha when you say married.
Marry. That's the new way that you're supposed to say it now. Marry. I don't want you to marry.
I'm hollering. That's real interesting. Nene, respectful cheating is something that I could deal with. Nene just sounds like somebody that's not going to get in that's not interested in getting in a serious relationship no time soon, because she's had all of that with Greg. So she's free to go and dabble with your man and this man and whatever she wants to do. So I think that's the mindset she's in for her to, you know, be talking about how you go from saying close your legs to married men.
Close your legs to married men.
And then you go to respectful cheating. That's just where she at now.
Rodney's busting at the seams.
No, you kind of just wrap Nene up a little bit, James. It's true. How do you go from close your legs to married man to open up your legs to a married man? Because that man who she's with was legally married, and she was sued by the wife, right? I think that when you say stuff like this out loud,
There's like, you know, like so many rumors, anything you want to say, we suing. I know that's right.
Respectful cheating, but I can understand that there's different situations can cause a little bit more chaos. Like, for example, Dr. Jackie and her husband Curtis from Married to Medicine. You really did take a woman as big as you are, almost 7 feet tall, to the busiest airport in the world. It's not like you just said, let me get a little cat on the side and go to the Motel 6 and then go home. You know what I'm saying? Like Gordon from Real Housewives of Potomac, he felt disrespected because the rules that were in place were for you not to bring our kids into your mess and to be discreet. And Mia didn't do either. So for him, that was a line of disrespect. So I do think in some situations where nobody want to get cheated on, because we all gonna pop and act a fool and cut up. I do think in certain situations, it can make it worse than others. It's one thing to just get a little coochie after the club one night. It's a whole other thing to trollop some tramp through the busiest airport in the world. and embarrass your wife who's on the hit reality TV show.
I know that's right. Paying for damn hotels and stuff like that.
But don't nobody want to get cheated on, period.
Correct.
But you know, I just think that I wouldn't come out and say that I would want that it's okay to, you know, respectfully cheat, because you already know these men. You give them an inch, you're gonna go a mile, and now you sit there looking crazy. I wouldn't have came out and said that, but I can see how it could.
I agree, because I'm like, why would you say that, knowing, in my opinion, Nene is a person that will say something and then turn around and also be a victim at the same time, like, feel sorry for me, this happened. And you talking about respectful cheating and all of that now, and then in a few months we're gonna be seeing you over here whining about this man that you've been over here dating because he been caught out there hanging out with somebody else and all this and that going on.
Did y'all see the post she put up about I'm never gonna be a side chick. I'm always, if I'm not number one, I'm not gonna be a number at all. Did y'all see that? It was or something. And I'm like, Nene, girl, you are the side chick.
Right? What are we talking about here?
Girl, you are the side chick. Girl, you just had a $100,000 lawsuit filed against you by the wife. Girl, you are.
And
you number one
from the clothing store, right?
Who?
She didn't pay the clothing store, the defunct clothing store.
She said that was Greg's day.
Yeah, she used it in Greg's name. I would have never said that.
No, but that's just how cerebral she can be sometimes. Greg's debt is your debt. You're not allowed to collect any of the funds until the debts are paid. You can't write off your husband's debt because he's your husband. Now, if this man passes away, that's somebody else's husband. Ooh. So you don't have to pay that. But the one that is your husband on paper, you have to pay those debts. The problem was Nene went from
close your legs to married men
to
on this journey of liposuction 360 and a professional mini BBL.
It was that BBL that got her. She got the BBL. She started hanging out with Portia. Now her whole Instagram is bent over.
But you know, that's the new revolution. That's the new revolution now. You know what I'm saying? Now the girls are getting on Ozempic and stuff, and when they get a new body, they think they gotta go and upgrade. And they upgrading the man too.
You heard me, Gabor?
What?
She's on Ozempic too.
Well, she said it didn't work for her. She said when she took Ozempic, she gained 5 pounds. Yes. She said it didn't work for her. No, seriously, she said it.
This is what didn't work for her.
She said that she used Ozempic. It wasn't working for her. She said that she took the Ozempic and didn't eat for a whole month, really, and she gained 5 pounds.
Oh wow!
Yeah, remember she was sitting in her in the apartment, and her bed was touching the walls. She was in her bra, and she was trying to give us like sex kitten. Yeah, she said that the Ozempic didn't work for her.
Oh my! I don't believe her.
You don't believe it didn't work?
No, I don't believe her. I believe she was trying to do away with those Ozempic rumors, but I feel like it did. Yeah, I think that's what she was on. Cause we know you saw she was trying to work out, like acting like she was working out, full face of makeup, doing this little exercise on the. Yes, Rodney. Like I was like, girl, stop
what are you doing?
So what is a respectful side chick? Is this a respectful side chick?
Side chick. Of course I'm finer than your wife.
I'm the side chick. Of course I'm your wife's homegirl.
I'm the side chick. Of course I know all y'all problems.
I'm the side chick. Of course I picked out your birthday, anniversary, Valentine's, and Christmas gift.
I'm the side chick. Of course I had an abortion to save your marriage.
I'm the side chick. Of course that's me that you taste when you kiss him.
Would that be a respectful side chick?
I don't think that's respectful at all. But that's what they do for sure.
Yeah, that's what they do. But you know, they act like that they hard. You know what I'm saying? But they really be soft and they be really trying to go and ruin the marriage when, you know, when they fall in love. You really gonna make me give up my baby? You really not gonna be there? Let's talk about this. That's what happens.
That's what happened the first time with Kevin and Sharina.
Krishan and
really?
Blueface.
Wow.
You know, because that wasn't the first. You know, that was her first baby. That wasn't her first pregnancy. Okay. So when when Sharina, that's when Sharina stepped into the scene. That's another thing with Wendy. Wendy is a good example. Wendy knew Kevin was out here in these streets dipping and then doing it, like she used to always say. It wasn't until that baby popped up on the scene Wendy
That
was
he got disrespectful.
now, but Wendy, it was disrespectful. It wasn't the cheating. It was that baby.
Correct. I would agree.
It happening.
Baby, he would have been buying houses and cars from the bitch, and he ain't got no job with my money. Oh, I'm sorry, Mills.
No, it's okay.
That ain't messy.
Because they had an apartment. Remember, she said that you remember she had an apartment for him because she didn't want him and his homeboy smoking in her house. And she said she went up there and got in the bed, and Sharina Panties was in the bed. And she said she asked him, "Who's the bitch?"
Oh.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay, so
shit.
So we got Nene. So do we think that Nene's gonna respectfully cheat?
I think that Nene has now transformed into the bad bee that she wanted to be. She got her new teeth, she got her BBL, she got her lipo, she got her third new nose. She, got her red bottoms, she got her Chanel bag, and now online, selling tummy tea, pretending that she's working out.
And according to you, passing out coochie coupons.
Like Jamie said, how do you go from close your legs to married man to now being in a situation where you are involved with a married man?
Right.
I think Nene is telling what she's okay with. She's okay with you cheating as long as you don't embarrass me.
Period. Dot. I also think that okay. I kind of feel like if he's still married to this lady, it's on him when it comes down to the disrespectful or respectful cheating, because technically Nene is single, so she ain't really cheating on nobody. She might be cheating with, but she ain't cheating on. So I feel like she is doing it respectfully, and he's the one that's likely doing it disrespectfully. You know what I'm saying?
I
don't like that. That's like the city girl standard. I'm not the one that's cheating. He is. He's the problem, or she's the problem, the person in the relationship. I feel like if you know somebody's in a relationship and you go after them, or somebody's in a relationship like Sharina, and you just pull these cards where, well, it's his relationship and I'm gonna go ahead and spend her money. I think that I don't like that. I'm sorry. I don't like it. It's definitely the man or the woman who's in the relationship's fault. It's their relationship. But if you know that they're in a relationship and you went after them, then I think you are just as
guilty.
I think you're community D or community coochie, and it is what it is. Yeah. In my opinion, people don't mind it when they are the ones that do it. I had a mistress tell me that she's a straight shooter, and she didn't really like the narrative that I was spinning. And I was like, okay. I didn't know really what she wanted me to do with that. There are a lot of mistresses. I'm sure in this panel there might be a mistress or a mistress or something like that. I don't know. It's not me. I'm just saying.
Damn sure ain't me. He might be talking about the viewers. I'm like,
you want to make that clear?
He thought he was going to let that slide.
I'm just saying, in 1 in 4 people, one person probably has done something like that. I'm just saying the people who knowingly go after. If you're in something with somebody and you had no idea, I get it. But if you knowingly go after,
you got a point. Because I mean, let's say Nene didn't know initially when she probably could have thought that they were separated or whatever, and then when she got that lawsuit and saw like, nah, we still married, that was her opportunity to back the hell away, and she didn't. She made it seem like she did. Remember that? Like, oh, we're not talking to each other, and then next thing you know, they back to flaunting each other all over social media and shit. So I definitely see your point.
Can we have real talk? Can we talk?
Yeah.
But she would tell somebody to close their legs to marry me because those wasn't her options. Her options wasn't being nobody's side chick or a married man trying to come after her. So it's easy to say that when that's not your option. You know what I'm saying?
Side chick. She was Greg's mistress.
Yeah, but that was, when she was about 20 years younger. But the real Nene that we saw when she was telling people to close their legs to marry me, well, nobody trying to make that no side chick.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
Close your legs to marry men.
So you said now she's living out her dream.
Yeah, now she's living out her dream, and she don't care about nobody marriage.
Okay.
You remember what Kim called her the first season? You are a low budget bitch. Yes.
Those were the days, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
these super chats. Philly John. Gabor, don't stress me out tonight.
Yeah, you already know.
Thank you for the super sticker. Brandy, she says, hey, my loves.
Hey, Brandy.
Lex 1192, thank you for the super sticker. Oh, y'all are racking it up tonight. Capricorn, thank you for the super sticker. Brian, thanks for being a member for 6 months. He said, I think he was shading my favorite, Portia. Portia's your favorite? We won't judge you, I guess.
I am.
Oh shit!
What's good, Brian?
I'm just playing.
Kay Walker, thank you for the generous super chat. She says, love you guys and the content. Y'all videos have got me through some tough times and brightened my spirit. Thanks for the videos. Thank you.
Thanks for watching.
That was very generous. Joanne, thank you for the super sticker. She says, I love your channel. How do I become a member? In the description of every video is a link to memberships. You just click there and I appreciate you. Joni, thanks for being a member. She says, keep up the great work, Mims. Again, thank you for the super sticker, Joni. Soul Fan says, Nene would be a city girl, but the gag is the city girls trying to get wifed up these days. They tried the streets. I don't know if the city girls are done with the streets. I feel like Carisha would pass out some coochie coupons given the right price. What did she say?
She was somebody the other day. I said, I'm really like I'm a, like with a W. Like I'm a.
But define that though.
Like I'm a.
But it ain't no right price to have my name in no court documents.
Oh.
You can't pay me enough for that.
Show thing. Girl,
I mean, she has a daughter and a son.
She's not mad at the horror issues. She's only mad about the drug mule. She didn't say nothing about him calling her a prostitute.
She sure did.
Oh my.
Because Carisha knew what it was.
She only produced proof to show that she didn't go drop off the Tucci. She doesn't care.
And as much as Carisha tried to play in our faces and act like the situationship that she was in with Diddy was mutual, girl, you did not go into that relationship with the same power as Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy told you to jump, you asked how high.
Oh,
she said on whose face?
Okay, right. Right. The way she tried to make it seem in that interview with Jason Lee was kind of like, I'm a city girl. I'm a city girl. He's after me. Stop.
Oh my.
Monica says, I had to go supercharger this. My dad has been married ex to his mistress for over 20 years. Look, I'm not saying the mistresses haven't ruled the world this past year. We got a mistress that's the queen. Once you become the queen, and we have a mistress who has become the richest woman in the world. Jeff Bezos' fiance was the mistress, and now I get it. I'm just saying, for me personally, when you knowingly go after a man or woman who's in a marriage, I think it's kind of lame. It is the responsibility of the person in the relationship not to do it, and they have the freedom not to. I'm just saying, when you have the mindset that that's really what you want to do, it makes me question.
Mm-hmm.
And no, Tino Shay, look at Peach Juice. She done over there and walked into that woman's house and walked out with her husband out here to say, and she still got a fan base. The people don't care.
They don't.
They don't care. They don't
You're
care.
right about that. Guys, hit the like button if you're just coming in. This panel, I'm splitting all the cash apps and super chats and everything between the panelists. I'm just very appreciative that they came. So just FYI, all super chats and stuff are going to them. Where do you guys want to go? Do you want to go to Potomac or you want to go to Diddy?
Oh, child.
Diddy.
You want to go to Diddy first? Okay. I'll start here. I'm at a place where today we found out that Christian is it Christian or is it Justin?
Christian.
Christian has been alleged to have brutally, taking advantage of a young girl.
Brutally?
You said brutally?
Well, what do you call a? Here's the problem. We don't have a lawsuit yet. So
Right.
this is just something that the Tyrone Blackburn has sent to Diddy and all the attorneys for that. I feel like this. I'm gun shy when somebody doesn't put it in writing. After Christian Keys came out and was doing his performance and everything was, I'm going to the police and I've been dealing with this for so many years, and then that check allegedly gets cut and he's on a ski trip. And everything else is I'm singing my new music and I'm gun shy when you just put that out there. After all these lawsuits, why is this person's not actually making it to the court documents before you send it? Why is this getting heads up?
This is why I have to be honest and say, and I was going through some of the Diddy stuff, I think last week with my subbies, and I was telling them, it's something about Tyrone Blackburn that definitely has me on reserve. I'm not trying to discount other people's stories as if they didn't happen, but at the same time, he definitely is making sure that this case is being tried more in social media, on the blogs and everything, than allowing it to try in the courts and stuff. So something about it is off. And I know what it was. It came from UMG correcting Tyrone and saying that you went and did some amended paperwork, but you didn't correct anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't take out some of the lies. You didn't take out all the lies that we thought that you was gonna take out. And you're trying to make this as salacious as possible. So it's something about him that I'm on reserve. I ain't too sure about him. Especially for you to, because how else was they getting this information? It's like he's feeding this to these blogs for them to put this information out and say, hey, this is what's happening, but it ain't been filed yet. Wouldn't you want to have hardcore evidence? Like, wouldn't you want to have hardcore evidence, have it filed, the lawsuit, and then boom, here we are? So I don't know, y'all. I'm on reserve, but I'm not discounting the people's stories. It's just something about how he's trying this case in the public.
I don't like that at all. Why? How are you gonna give it to Jasmine Brand?
I think that's fair what you said. Even when he first came out with the Little Rod situation, and it to be not CBJ in the photo and Knockout, who Knockout is the performer.
Correct.
Again, not to discount the victims. That did kind of make me kind of say,
throw the whole lawsuit away.
Girl, y'all just throwing pictures of people in a lawsuit and it's not the person who you say it is.
And then why is Young Miami's cousin not named? How do we name all these people? How do we subtly name that Meek Mill or Chris Brown was around when these other people were around? Like, how do you subtly make, like, you may not say their name, but you're being very direct on who they are, even though they have nothing related to the case at all, technically. But you're saying that the person that directly assaulted you, why is their name not in the documentation? It's just some stuff that's just off. And
he's alleging that Diddy was the boss and Diddy was the one who told her to do that.
And he should also have her name in the documentation.
Carisha's cousin. I think putting Carisha's cousin.
What's going on with Carisha's cousin?
She was the one that went into the bathroom and topped him off. He said unwantedly, and then she was touching on him and all, stuff like that. That was her cousin. But you don't have her name in the documentation, but you're just labeling her as Carisha's cousin. Therefore, like, trying to make Carisha responsible for the actions of her cousin in a sense. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, any private investigator that worked for a good law firm would have went and found the girl name.
No, he had the name. He was on a yacht with her for a long. He has her name. He doesn't care. She's not the big fish.
She should be a piece of the fish if she the one that's assaulting you.
It sounded like he didn't want the.
I'm sorry. I don't know. It's just not 100% clicking. Now, I do believe some things happen to him, but it's more so not so much as Lil Rod for me. It's more so the attorney that I'm really caught, because you're the one that drafted up and prepared this paperwork. This young man can only provide you the evidence and tell you what's going on. You have to draft this stuff up for him. So it's more so the attorney that I have an issue with than I do with this young man's story and stuff. So.
I'm gonna see if I because this stuff is very like I'm going through so many court cases that little bit has slipped my mind, but I'll look and see while we're talking if she was named or not. I feel like she was, though, to be honest with you.
Sorry, y'all. I got the sniffles. Okay, I have to let people know. I know they like, why her screen keep going in and out. Listen, child, I got the sniffles. Okay, the pollen, the allergies is firing me up. Okay, so I'm gonna be blinking on and off.
Okay. He did keep saying Young Miami's cousin. That definitely was a. She's not that important, but we're gonna incriminate Young Miami as much as possible. I don't see the name on here.
Yeah, I didn't see it. Like, yeah, please let me know because I could have overlooked it because I didn't see it at all.
Nope, it was a whole bunch of Young Miami cousin.
Yeah, Young Miami, Young Miami, Young Miami, Young Miami.
Do
She
you
grabbed
think that,
this and did that, huh?
do you think that he's using the names that will get attention to the case?
Yes, I do.
Like, for example, like when I thought about Tom Girardi and Erica Jane. Erica Jane really ain't been sued for nothing. But you'd have thought that Erica Jane, you know what I'm saying? Because they kept saying Erica Jane, Erica Jane, Erica Jane, Erica Jane. But y'all,
when he was the person that was,
So do you think that they wanted to use Carisha's name?
Absolutely, to bring more attention, because I do believe that an injustice definitely happened to him, but I think that he's using their names to bring more attention to what happened. But I also have to be honest and say, are you doing this because you genuinely care about what happened to you and making sure that it doesn't happen to other victims? Or are you doing this because you did not get the coin that you thought that you was going to get up off Mr. Diddy, who been working with all these folks for decades and have yet to pay these motherfuckers when you already knew what it was really giving before you signed up? You know what I'm saying? So which one is it? Because he had you got your little piece of a coin. Okay. Would you have come to the front with a lawsuit? I beg to differ. So I mean, there are some little things, but I also don't feel bad for Diddy because I feel like you can't do right or you can't do wrong for so long and expect right to follow you. And this is your consequence. And I have to give credit to Lil Rod for even taking it this far to do some stuff that other people weren't even willing to do against Diddy. Not Day 26, Danny D. Kane, all these other artists he worked, like nobody was really willing to come up against him. And honestly, they still aren't, because a lot of people ain't really sharing much of an opinion about what's happening with Diddy.
They'll throw
about celebrities.
Yeah,
celebrities. I feel like they'll throw little, subliminals out there or tap on it. Like Kamora, she kind of like threw some stuff out there before Misa, before she started going. Remember, like a month ago, she was upset with Puffy and saying how I guess the kingdom was gonna come crashing down. So I think they say little stuff, and I know Misa, Miss Misa. Out of everybody, we know what's tea.
She do. I believe that.
So, like I said earlier in one of my videos, we know what we know. The fans know what they know, but Misa and everybody else, y'all definitely know. And I think y'all might know more than the feds.
Listen. And I did see some of what Misa said. Wasn't she upset with like the weapons and stuff being pointed at, the kids or what the young adults or whatever like that? But I just kind of feel like I think she should be a little upset. I get that. I can't tell nobody how to feel as a mom with a kid, but I damn sure think you need to go and call their daddy, because the daddy was in a whole nother place. Wasn't he in a whole nother place? Why these kids? I feel like Diddy knew what was about to go down, which is why he wasn't there. So he could have given your kid a heads up. You know what I'm saying? So some of that ain't all on the homeland security, in my opinion.
But the man that you laid down and had a baby with too.
Misa only came out.
Hold up, say what now?
The man that you laid down and had a baby with, and if you know what type of activity they into and your kids over there with them, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
yeah.
But Misa knows because you were already online fussing and cussing just about a month or two ago.
About the whole drunk driving thing.
Yes, now you're upset because your son is caught in the middle of some mess, but Diddy is a mess.
That's why he was going off on him. You're right.
That's why he was going off online, because he's a mess.
And now he came out.
His son had a red light pointed at his skull.
That's not why she came out with this. She came out with that to shift the narrative, because now they know that another lawsuit is coming. she was not going to say anything. That footage had already been out. So now the family is trying to close ranks because now the kids are really implicated in some stuff. And I don't blame them, to be honest with you. If it were my people, I probably would do the same thing. Like Misa's between a rock and a hard place. He definitely couldn't separate Diddy from his son. Misa wasn't even the one that told us that Diddy had put his hands on her. That was Gene Deal. Nobody knew that stuff until Gene came out with it. So I think Misa is probably scared too. She is nervous for her son to turn out like Diddy. And she probably, well, yeah, they're alleging that he's like Diddy now.
Yeah, I think you said it. I think you definitely hit the head on the nail on the head, because last week, didn't this whole raid took place a long time ago. As soon as you saw this was blasted all over the television, you should have been on your social media going the dog off. You wait until the next week or so, right before some tea or right after information is released about one of your kids, about your kid's sibling, and yes, it definitely was giving deflection, and it definitely was shifting the narrative to focus on something else. Absolutely.
And I hate to say it, but she tried to use the black man card, the young black man. Girl, your son is 30 years old. Girl, stop. The other one, he 26. From what the people say, we don't know. It's all alleged. Your baby daddy, they say, is blowing up cars. Trafficking people, popping pills in people's drinks. So if they say your man or your baby daddy is blowing up cars, yes, we're gonna come in full force, Tonka trucks, the weapons of mass destruction, because they say that it's dangerous.
Right.
It just so happened to be that your sons were at the home when the raid happened.
With no jobs. In the middle of the day with no jobs.
With no job. It just so happened to be that your sons happened to be there the day that the homes got raided. I honestly believe that Puff Daddy was aware or had a heads up of what was probably about to happen. And I do believe he was not at that house on purpose.
Yeah. You know, a Christian came out and put stop the cap or something on his IG story a few days ago. And now I feel like it makes sense why he put that. And I feel like he was referring to the story that was about to be leaked about him. And that's why he said, stop the cap. And I probably would have said that too, especially if ain't nothing been filed, but you just putting this out here like this is a possibility of this happening. And yeah, that's a little interesting.
Somebody made a good point in the super chat. I'm going to go through all the super chats, but they said the kids are men that are not slow. Did we not hear that the son and dad had the same girl? Lori, this isn't a wellness check. These are serious crimes. Thank you.
Thank you.
We did hear that. We did hear. You're right.
I think that's what the people are trying to make it seem, as if the feds came to the home because of a wellness check. The feds came to the home the way that they did because of a noise complaint. Girl, you act like somebody complained about Puff Daddy throwing a party and they called Homeland Security and they came with the trucks and guns. That's not what's going on. Again, your man, your baby daddy was accused of blowing up a car. That's why they came the way they did. It's very 1, 2, 3 to me. Come on, Claudia.
Okay, so we did. You brought up a good point. You said people were defending or not defending Diddy. I know Mano just came out and defended him, saying y'all couldn't get into those parties. You don't know what goes on. But I want you guys to hear how Ray J defended Diddy. If you haven't seen this, go ahead and take a sip of your drink.
Okay.
And have you had the time to check on his well-being?
He's so stupid.
There's the moment.
Yeah. So
he gets so.
Next question.
All right. Yeah, I think.
Wait. He might want to say. Do you? If you don't want to say it.
TronicsNetwork.com, and it's spelled with an X.
Period. All right, listen.
I have to go up for Ray J on this. That's what you do. I ain't got nothing to do with that man business. Let me talk about my business.
I know that's
okay. I feel like that was his way of saying fuck what he got going on. Okay.
Ray J, we're not gonna forget you were part of the money team. We're not gonna forget that you stole Princess. She was one of Floyd's concubines. We're not gonna forget that you and Diddy hung out and whatever for whatever amount of time. That's just it is what it is. Is he smart and did he have some media training? If he had not paused, it would have been perfect. Oh, you know what, guys? You know, I wish the best for everybody, but let's talk about Raytronics. Let's talk about this dude on this interview literally said that the shows on Zeus Network, i.e. Baddies, Jocelyn Hernandez, they get a bad rap, but they really have strong storylines and are heartfelt, and they are able to wrap up the seasons in a very positive way.
Oh, he capping. First of all, we know that's a lie right out the gate. Second of all, he said something completely different when he was on the Breakfast Club. He made it seem like they have no storyline, and that is what he was trying to do with Tronics on his network, which is actually bring more of a storyline versus people just fighting and it's that bringing storyline resolution. All of that is what he was trying to say. But no, you came out here to be a direct competitor to Zeus, and I really damn hate that. I hate it so much because Ray J, as much as we may not like him at times, he is such a likable person at the same time. And I would love to check out and see what you got going on, but I just can't get with that. Like
He's not getting my
I'm tired of seeing these whole fight. Say what?
He's not getting my $5. He also has a show with Safari. If Safari couldn't really make it on Love and Hip Hop on an ensemble cast, really became a breakout star, then what is he going to do with his own show? He bought him a Lamborghini, allegedly. Like, I'm just not. What a waste of money. Like a waste of absolute money. I don't get it. I won't be watching. Summer Sunshine says, love this panel memes. Y'all are straight shooters. I guess, are y'all honorary straight shooters? They don't be watching my stuff, y'all. We friends.
Yes, we do. What you talking about? What you mean? I'm over here stuck on the word honorary. I'm like, honorary mean that you really ain't invest. You weren't really around like that.
It's like an honorary
but we'll
doctor.
take you anyway.
You really ain't no doctor, bud.
Okay. Wait, we have some more. Hold on. And remember, all super chats are going to my great panel and stuff from this video. Angie, thank you for the super sticker. Makusa, all my faves. Hey panel. Jamie Rodney, love y'all. Thank you. Mama Noah said Diddy's taking everybody down with him. Is he taking them down or is he swallowing them up?
Have you ever been swallowed up? Swallowed up?
Diddy.
Whoa.
I think that if they have something on Diddy that's gonna stick, that's who they'll be satisfied with. Because I think other people got some dirt on them too. I think it's just kind of like the R. Kelly situation. I think that a lot of people had dirt on their hands, but as long as they got the big fish, I think they were okay. Okay, we got R. Kelly, girl, y'all can go.
Did y'all see that? Allegedly, R. Kelly spoke today, talking about he don't believe any of the stuff about Diddy.
Okay.
Who said R. Kelly said it?
He said it.
He don't believe none of the stuff about Diddy. I'm sure Diddy don't want you speaking on him, R. Kelly. You already in the prison.
I'm sure they partied together back in 94, 95.
Well, you know they got a hit together.
A hit of like some crack?
No.
What song
Satisfy
is that?
You.
Oh.
I was thinking
Did y'all see CDJ out doing an interview with TMZ?
No, what did he say?
I didn't even watch it. I just fast forward. I said, "Oh, girl, he must got a little."
I can't.
I think he got paid. Did he just send him a couple of dollars underneath the table? You know he needed. And then he did the interview with TMZ.
Do he need it? Because he damn sure getting Faith's money. Baby, I was so sick when I heard about that. I was like, no, she not paying him alimony.
Mama.
She wanted the beefcake. She got it.
She sure did, honey. Hey, Diva.
Hey, Diva.
What's up, Erica? She says, ooh, I'm just in time. Hey, my sweet baby. Oh, we love you for real. Lauren, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate you. Pearl, thank you for the super sticker. Joanna, thank you for becoming a member. And Joanna, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate it. Okay, y'all. So let's move on because I saw this and I just want to touch on it real quick. Funky Dineva has now come out and talked about the reason behind him leaving Here we go. The reason about him leaving Fox Soul.
He
So
did?
I thought he already talked about that.
I thought he was betting on himself.
This
Bitch,
kind of, I
I'm
mean,
gonna get.
take a
No, that's what he said.
Also, he was in Atlanta this past weekend. He had a meet and greet with his fans, and I guess T.S. Madison also came as well.
Dang,
Yeah,
I didn't miss that.
he's hosting since he left Fox Soul. He's hosting stuff. He's doing meet and greets. Yeah, he's take a listen and y'all tell me what you think.
Okay.
About the new term, no Diddy. And then of course the other you haven't. So basically it's like a new term. Basically people saying it like no homo, but people are saying no Diddy in a sense like that.
The first thing was no type of pulling wood out or none of that. No Diddy, like that's what he said. Talking about his pipe, like come on with the cut. No Diddy, like he keep.
So how you feel about the gay community using those terms as well?
And this is why we got the show Fag Talk, because we take the power back out of the word.
Hold on,
We
I don't
take
think this is the right one. Hold on. 1 second. He talked about Fox Soul and why he left. Let's see.
I didn't even know they was doing that. No Diddy. I'm like, whoa. He let that roll off his tongue. Like that's really the new terms. Like no Diddy.
Wait, unless he made them take it down. Because it was definitely up here. It wasn't just about lingo. That's interesting. I'm gonna do this. What happened to it? That's annoying.
Maybe they took it off the main page and only has it on the Reels page.
I don't have Snapchat, but I know for a fact. Okay, hold on. Let's see.
Did you see it on TikTok?
Fox, I heard it was
No, okay. So it's here, but it's not here. If you go to this page, if I close this out.
Oh, it's on the Reels. You got it?
Oh, it's on the Reels. Okay.
Yeah, go to the Reels. And it's like, if you're on the computer, I think it's like the third video.
This one.
What was the reason why you left Fox? I heard it was, they weren't paying you your just due.
It wasn't a matter of pay. It was a matter of, a lot of people don't realize that I call myself Funky Dineva, a rich white woman, because I have the luxury of not having to do shit every day.
Right.
I'm not money oriented. I'm freedom oriented. So when something is already becoming frustrating, and then people want to nickel and dime you when you understand what your contribution is to the situation, it makes you feel a way. And and having options and being comfortable with where I am in my life, independent of Fox Soul, I didn't need it. I don't need you to pay me to be uncomfortable. Right. You see what I'm saying? Because that's essentially what was going on. And so when the dollars weren't making sense, it was just time for me to leave. And there was never any bad blood. Social media tried to make it something that it wasn't. It was a clean split. And I wish them the best. And it's not the end of my relationship with Fox Soul. I'll pop in every now and again when they need a guest host or whatever the case may be. I love those guys.
It's giving drugs. It's giving. I'm sorry.
What I took from this was initially when he left Fox Soul, I was like, oh, I don't get it because
it's giving Karen Hoodoo.
I liked him on Fox Soul. But now that I am listening to him say that, it makes sense. Funky's the kind of person who probably does not want to work every day. I think he wants to be one of those people who tries to work smarter, not harder. That's what I was picking up from it. And I almost wish he would have said that initially when he gave his speech, because when he initially came out with it, I kind of felt like there was some more bad blood than what he presented here. And I don't think that Funky wants to work Monday through Friday. You know what I mean? Like if you can make money without having to do it, why would you? And even with his YouTube channel, Funky Dineva could talk about his feet one day and get 200,000 views, and the next day talk about some crab legs and get 200,000 views. So
I think because he initially came out with the whole Taraji P. Henson speech, he made it about the money. I think if it would have been different if he would have come out and said, I'm quitting because I decided to move on. But you came out and you made it about the money. But now you're saying it's not necessarily about the money, but your initial speech was about the money. So
He said
that's true.
He said that they weren't. If somebody doesn't pay you what you're owed, you got to go.
So it's about the money.
Yeah, so like he definitely, in my opinion, how I perceived it when I first watched it, it was about the money. That was the first thing that was said. But over time, I do believe that people tell you what they want you to know initially, and then over time, as they continue to talk, you're gonna learn more. Because I feel like a lot of speculation was around whether he could have been let go due to the whole Chloe Bailey, Halle Bailey situation. And he came out to let us know that wasn't the case. I chose to leave, I wasn't getting paid enough. But now what I hear in this situation, what I'm hearing, and I could be wrong, it's just how I'm processing what he's saying. He was being I don't want to say chastised, but they were on his ass, in my opinion, about some of the things that he may have said on the platform.
Yeah,
so because he knows his value and what he brings, he decides to leverage that. Like, y'all getting, just working in corporate or any job, they getting on your nerves. The value you add to that position or to that job. Y'all motherfuckers need to pay me more. Because I'm sitting around, y'all trying to tell me I need to do this, all this other stuff, and I'm over here bringing value to your shit, okay? And because I know that, how about y'all pay me more money with this and that? And they say, oh, nah, you're not worth that much to us. Not really. Can you sit tight before we give you this little 25-cent raise? Can you sit tight another year and we'll see what we could do? Give you maybe another 25 on that 50-cent raise. And you're like, hell no, I'm going to go ahead and skip out. So I think that's what he was trying to say, but I think that a lot of people that were speculating wasn't necessarily wrong, right? He may not have been released because of the Chloe situation, but they definitely had him feeling a way about it. At least that's how I process it. So he challenged them financially. They weren't paying him enough, and he pieced out.
He ended up slipping up. I remember him. I don't know if I've seen it on Instagram. I remember seeing after the Chloe Bailey thing, something had happened, and he was like, if they would have told me to apologize or something like that, I wouldn't be there no more. But when he had started going live the same time as Fox Soul, he ended up kind of almost admitting that he had told Tasha K something about him getting in trouble or reprimanded about it. And Tasha said it on the channel, and he said, I thought that was just between me and you. It's friends. And I said, ooh.
You could tell he they called him out about it too at the time, because when he came out to talk about it, he was like, he said the higher ups. He said, I think it was the terms he said higher up, if not the people above him. He did pretty much admit that they had a conversation with him, and the only reason why he's coming to us to address it was, because somebody said something to him about it, and he only apologized to the audience that may have been offended. I don't think he ever, apologized to Chloe or whoever he was talking about at the moment. So that was enough for me to know, like, okay, there was definitely a conversation had behind the scenes for him to come back to the front to have to address it. Because typically when Funky say how he feel, that's what it is, and he just move on.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, regardless of what it is, Funky gonna be all right. Like Ma'am said, he can come online and talk about his feet, and he gonna get his views. He gonna get his coin. I don't think he ever really needed Fox Soul to begin with.
I agree.
That's my honest opinion. He gonna be all right.
I agree. When I saw Funky get his ass on it, he was on a Disney trip, and he was laying in the bed and popped that thing open for like 12 minutes just to chat. I said, bitch.
What did he pop open?
No. He popped open the laptop. The laptop. He popped open the laptop as he was laying in the bed, and he just chatted with the people, and that was it. He didn't get up and do nothing extra like some people might, refresh themselves, look good for the camera. He just got on and started talking, did his thing, and then he went on, and he got like, I think, hundreds of thousands of views. I was like, must be nice.
I thought you were to say.
I agree with what Rodney said for sure.
Popping up and on a handstand. No, I was disappointed. I'm not gonna lie, because I really felt like Fox Soul was on their way to probably moving into television. And what people don't understand, especially like other content creators, is a win for Funky is a win for all of us. Funky, I don't know how long everybody's been on here, but Funky, predated my YouTube channel by like 10 years or more, or I'm sure way more than that. So if Funky could make it to television, even when he was on Dish Nation, that's a good look because it says that all of us can. You know, I know a lot of people don't necessarily like him. A lot of people feel, you know, like they don't care for his viewpoints. But for me, I've always been a Funky Dineva fan. There have been times where I'm like, but the same thing applies to me. People don't always like what I say. I get a lot of hate for a lot of the stuff that I say. And, you know, I liked him on Fox Soul. I have caught Armand on Fox Soul. And I think that he has a good banter with Claudia and Al, more so Al. But definitely I do think that, you know, they mesh. But yeah, I was disappointed just because it's like when your coworker leaves the job and it's the coworker that you really liked.
Yeah.
And that coworker got other stuff to do or a better job, but you mad because now you ain't gonna have nobody to talk with about Potomac at lunchtime. That's what I felt about Funky leaving Fox Soul. I was like, you know, what is this gonna be without Funky? But yeah. Okay, y'all. I know y'all didn't want to do it, but we got to do it.
Do what?
Let's talk Potomac.
Ooh, wee.
Good boy.
Tears.
we gonna let Gabor go first.
Not tears. No, I don't have nothing to say.
Okay.
What's the question?
Hold on. Somebody says you don't talk about black women's vagina. You think it's okay for him to attack a black woman's? When did Funky attack a black woman's dad? I didn't know he did. Now I can't watch everything that everybody does. Let me put that out there. I can't watch everything that everybody does. Pull up court records, schedule these panels, live my life, go visit my family, pay my taxes. I can't do it. So I don't know the ins and outs. Sometimes you guys tell me stuff that I don't know. What you'll see me do, especially in the people up here, I will pop into their chat. I'll send a little stupid super chat or I'll troll them. And then I got to go on about my day. I do watch my friends' content, but I can't watch every content creator. So I don't really know the ins and outs. But okay, Gabor.
I didn't say anything.
No, I was saying go ahead and do your big one.
I don't have anything to say. I just, you know.
I can't tell
Tears.
What you got on your thing.
Huh? She owned the night though.
Huh?
She owned the night.
Which one? Because it wasn't the reunion night.
Oh, she had people was upset. All she did was laughing. Everybody was upset.
You know what it was?
What?
The reunion part one was not like no one had a great night.
Who?
I think that with Giselle
owned it how?
Her moment, right?
They're gonna be fine.
It wasn't really just a spectacular night.
Neither was the props. Neither was the props though.
I'm with you on the props.
No, the props were a mess. The props were a mess.
What about the tears though? Let's talk about the tears.
I'll take that one.
What about the tears?
I was mad that she cried. I felt like
you didn't think it was funny.
Well, you asked the question, right?
Okay.
You're getting a little jumpy.
No, I'm just asking. Did you not think it was funny?
What you want us to do is.
I love this. It's giving March Madness, and Gabor like my team. We done came through and whooped your ass tonight. Who's next?
I don't know who's
Jamal
next.
coming. No, of course not.
Just to get him in check again real quick. Look, I'm gonna give you this much. I hated that we got to see Candace go out bad. If this is to be her last reunion so far, she's going out bad. You still crying over Robin, Rob the Builder, Rob never was interested in you. Rob was always gonna be up Giselle's bush. You were something that she could play with when Giselle was not available. She could formulate some type of friendship, some type of what do they call those things? What is it called when you have like sides and you're on this side specifically?
The side chick?
No.
Right, come on.
Say it again, Gabor.
Alliance?
Alliance.
Mm.
You were in an alliance with her. She doesn't really like you. And I think that Candace came on thinking that she was really going to make friends from the very beginning. And she never figured out that that's not what this is really about. If you come onto the show as friends, you might have a chance of maintaining a friendship. But when she was crying over Robin, Robin told her point blank, I don't want to be your friend like that. So I don't know why she's crying. Giselle got one up on her with the laugh. And then I feel like Candace does not know when to let the fans attack. Andy has never really questioned Giselle. But if Andy was looking at Giselle saying, you're wrong, you're being mean, let Andy have that moment with her. But by you taking it up a notch, she's a effing B. You messed it up again. You should have just let the fans call her out. But Candace does not know how to do that. And just calling her effing B is not a good enough comeback. You know, I was frustrated with Candace.
I was frustrated with Candace. I was. I also think Candace was put in a place. I do think they spoke to Candace. I think that Candace probably felt like Candace is gonna cry. That's one thing she gonna do, right? I can dislike it when she was crying over Robin, but that's what she gonna do. I don't think Candace. I think Candace is one of those people that either she's here or either she's here. And I don't think that Candace could really wrap Robin together like she wanted to. I don't think she could really wrap Giselle up like she wanted to because they had already talked to her.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, I can't really, because I really could wear you out because we already know how my mouth is set up because I've done it before. But they've already came and tugged on my wig and told me basically to leave you alone.
On the wig.
But she had already wore Robin out. She wore Robin out on Twitter. She wore her out on House of Aaron. She wore her out on Watch What Happens Live and was sending text messages saying, are you mad at me?
Now, let me say something. I've also said this too. Candace has to take accountability for the fact that, yes, you felt like you were done wrong, but you still engaged.
I agree with that.
You still got on Twitter. You still called the girl a fraud. You still did those things. However, I wouldn't say that she was dragging Robin. I wouldn't say that it was unforgivable. What's unforgivable is Karen getting down at BravoCon and calling Robin a dissy bitch in front of thousands and thousands of people. What's unforgivable is Karen getting down at BravoCon and saying that Robin should be fired.
Ooh.
In front of everybody. That's unforgivable. Me calling you a fraud, girl, that's not unforgivable, girl. You're just going to be mad at me for a couple of weeks and we're going to work through it.
Do you want to hold on really quick, Corey. Do you want to answer this, anybody? I don't get it. She has emotions and she's allowed to show them. Talking about Candace.
Yeah, I think that she's allowed to show her emotions. I think that people are just like over her showing them too much. And I feel like showing your emotions is okay. But in that moment, I don't think that it was necessary, especially over a person that has told you in multiple different ways how they don't want to be your friend, how they try to incite, technically, in my opinion, a mob against you by putting a speaker on the table and everybody coming against you based on some shit that you said. Like, Robin has showed you in so many ways that she don't fuck with you. So why are you still crying, honestly, over that spoiled? I do mean spoiled milk. Like, why are you crying over her spoiled milk ass? And then the whole situation with Giselle, because she wasn't crying over Giselle. Giselle was just like, antagonizing the situation, which is so comical to me because Giselle is one that's quick to say somebody else is antagonizing with the Mia and the Wendy situation. Not Wendy getting hit with a purse and having a drink thrown on her, but y'all feel like she's antagonizing Mia. And then you turn around and do the same thing to Candace. Now, here's the thing, though, I have to say. When you don't fuck with a bitch, you really have grounds to say what the fuck you want. So we can be mad at Giselle for saying tears, but it's like, I don't fuck with this bitch. I do not owe you any respect in this moment. So I do understand that part. But also I feel like that was your moment to check the hell, like to get her, to eat her. You instead of saying she's a effing.
You wanted her to eat her?
Right.
Well, at least Robin might have been okay with that.
Oh, right. That would have been a great time to That would have been a great time to get in Giselle's ass. You want to talk about tears? Yeah, let's talk about the tears that you shed with you being this beautiful woman, but still can't keep a nigga. Like, let's talk about that part. And it'll be different if you were the type of bitch that didn't want a man, but you bring one on the show every time and they just don't stick around. Yet you had to dumb yourself down to fuck with a nigga that's your child's age. Are you okay? I would have ate Giselle ass up. So yeah, that's what we're talking about. So we getting into those type of tears. Let's talk about the tears that you cry in your bed alone at night because you don't want America to see them. Let's get into those tears, bitch. Because I would have ate Giselle ass up. And that was your moment, Candace, to stand in your SHI. But see, Candace, I said something is off with this woman because Candace really gets into it with them. So something is going on. And I think she did, as Rodney said, had that conversation. Like Giselle said, well, I was told she'll be talked to. Who the fuck are you? Why is it everybody else has to resolve stuff, but when it comes to you, you don't get to, you can't have the conversation with her. It has to be somebody else saying, oh, we'll talk to Candace about that. Let me tell y'all, I told y'all in my review, I do believe I did, and I'm saying it again. With this whole, like, I always, bring stuff to like a corporate perspective because I feel like a lot of people can relate to that. And I feel like I talked about this just a few minutes ago. If you're coming to me trying to check me about my mouth or whatever it is, and I'm the one bringing in ratings for this show because whether people like me or not, I'm the talk of fucking Potomac, and don't ever forget it. That's one. Okay. So y'all not checking Giselle or saying anything, and they get to say and do whatever the hell they want. Yeah, let me get the hell up off this show because clearly this is not a platform that actually supports all of us. Okay, so why am I continuing to sit here getting treated whatever kind of, like, let me go ahead and slide in. So that's how I feel about it.
And I had a conversation with Taria
No
yesterday.
crumbs left, Jamie.
And we basically
no
saying
crumbs
up, okay? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's how Candace was supposed to snatch Jizzy up at that reunion. You don't scream FUB. No, girl, you're supposed to wrap her all the way up and have her pissed off again. But what you just did was kind of like throw a tantrum, right?
Yeah, yes.
So that's the way that it looked. Kind of like, fuck you, man. It's kind of like,
well, you know what? It was given defeated. Like, it was some like, she's an effing bitch, like defeated. Like, it's like, no. Like, they've seen enough of your tears. Like, get them more of the energy that they say they can't stand. Because that's the type of person I am. Like, I'm going to give you that shit that you don't like. You don't like it, bitch. Let me give it to you just a little bit more. Because what you're not going to think is that you're going to bother me. Okay. I promise you when we leave, you're going to be the one that's bothered. So yeah, I think that's what she should have gave it to him. And then quit on them hoes that night. Like, I'm good. Y'all can have this. Bye.
I don't think that I like Candace.
Damn, I used to like that lady, y'all. I used to love her.
Who?
Shit. I used to love Giselle. Ooh.
I still do. I like Candace and I like Giselle too. I think that with Candace, for me, I think that her night that she thought that she was going to have kind of died a little bit. She got the props out. Everybody want to bring props out since Monique bought the binder, but what they don't realize is that when Monique had the binder, it was during the pandemic, and she had a table sitting next to her, so it was easy for her to grab the binder. She didn't have to reach behind the couch and get the stuff together to try to make a point, but the points wasn't falling. They wasn't even showing them, Robin told her during the season, I don't want to be your friend. If you think that I set your husband up, I don't want to be your friend. And I really honestly and truthfully believe nobody can convince me that Robin didn't have anything to do with the setup. I don't think that she did it because of one, but Chris was next. Everybody.
You think Robin did have something to do with it?
100%.
Oh, see, okay.
You have to think about it. Think of it, Jamie. If you told Mims that you felt uncomfortable with somebody's husband around you, and Mims didn't believe you just by him being your friend, he's supposed to, have your side. For Robin to be like, oh, I don't think that he tried to do that. I think he overreacted. And then she going over here sitting and he having lunch with them. And like, I think she overreacted and this and that and this and that. There's no way. That was the setup. That was the storyline. That was the plot for her to not be the bad guy with them.
I feel, how like they said Candace and them sat around and they were trying to plot on Monique with the situation of the son. That's how I saw it with Robin. I feel like they sat around. Giselle, Robin, Ashley already knew they were coming for Chris. And I feel like Robin played the role of of Candace, where she was like, I'm not gonna go along with that because I don't support that. But over time, I feel like Giselle had one of those conversations with her, like she did earlier in the show seasons, like earlier when the show first came on. There was a time when Giselle had a conversation with Robin and told her to not go against her. Like, we have to look like a united front or something like that. So I do feel like that showed itself up again, where they had that conversation, and she, by the time the reunion came around, then we hear Robin saying, can we all agree a married man shouldn't be in the hotel room? So you at the top of the season, you was against it fully. You didn't agree with Giselle. I thought she even told her that. And then by the reunion, you flipped. And that's what Candace was saying. I just want her to acknowledge that there was a switch up. But why do you need her to acknowledge that? She don't fuck with you. It don't matter. Like,
I have a real core issue with Candace always needing some type of validation from Robin and or Giselle. I have an issue with this woman saying, I do not want to be your friend, and you still crying over her. What is this? What is the loss in your life from Robin not being in your life? I think that people should be free to express themselves and be emotional. But I question you when your emotions are wasted on Robin Dixon. Because just like you said, Jamie, y'all sat around and were going to plot. While you thought you were in that clique, it was all good. And then the problem, which I don't think she even understands, is you were part of that inner circle. They were going to plot on Monique with you. What did you do? You took your ass to Karen and wanted to tell her about the plot. And then that went to Monique, and then that all got exposed. So you were the mole. And to think that you were distancing yourself from them, it's kind of like what I said about the mistresses, people who knowingly go after other women's or other men's whatever. You knew what kind of people these were, and you still wanted to be their friend. When it was Monique's marriage, you were okay with it. Now, a couple seasons later, when you realize that you were at the bottom of the totem pole, and now
I have to correct that. Can I slide real quick? People be saying that Candace was okay with what they were doing.
No,
She
she
told
wasn't.
them that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think that she was okay, but she knew that she couldn't control them. You see what I'm saying?
What they were doing is the point. It's not that she said no, I don't. Her whole point was, well, we can't spread that because
The
that
baby looks like Chris.
But it's not. It's the mindset of, you knew that they were plotting on this woman's marriage, and you knew that you were going to be okay with being friends with them. That's what I'm saying.
I got you.
Just like Wendy with the whole, you want us to be so upset that this woman threw a drink on you. When you a day later are showing her your coochie. I can't be mad at her for doing this if you aren't still mad at her a day later. All she got to say is, you got a fat one. You got a fat cat. Oh, well, let me show you.
She said it was pretty. And then got at the reunion and said, Mia, did you say it was pretty?
I can't.
You're flirting with Mia, who has had her hands and lips and mouths and every other orifice all over everything. We don't know what y'all did, but you want to play around with that. Oh, we were being flirty. That's not cute, Wendy. I was super upset when that woman threw that drink on Wendy. I was super upset at Giselle ordering them Oreos that she didn't need, and laughing and joking. But if you are still trying to be their friend, then I don't know. I can be madder at it than you are.
Why can't I order Oreos if somebody got a drink? Okay. Mia should have been off the show, though. Mia definitely should have been off the show for throwing that drink in Wendy's face. And in my opinion, I just don't understand how Mia got back on the show. Because I feel like that Wendy, and I don't want to go back to another season, but I'm just saying, I feel like Wendy showed grace under fire. And had that been anybody else, it would have been a brawl out there. And the fact that she sat there and kept herself composed, you know what I'm saying? And they didn't do anything to Mia. Maybe she got a pay cut. I don't know. But I would have wanted, she should have been off the show. It should have been so much beef with her, though. I do agree with what you're saying. It should have been so much beef that when I went to the producers and stuff, they would have been saying, okay, we're going to have to get rid of her.
Giselle is a producer.
Is she?
Is she?
I don't think she's the producer. I just think she's that girl.
She getting rid of the girl. She getting rid of the girls who she don't like.
Oh, so she got rid of Candace.
And Wendy's next.
You think she got rid of Candace?
I don't think she got rid of Candace, but I think that she pushed Candace to a breaking point when she was done.
Wow.
I think that Monique, they say Monique quit. I think Monique got to a point where she was like, I'm done.
Oh no.
I think Giselle is going to make this show in the vision that she had the show for season 1.
What's the show? What is the vision?
Light-skinned black women.
Oh wow, Rodney, really?
Not no more dark.
That was Karen's vision. But it's so crazy that you said that about Giselle, but Karen is the one who said that Wendy was not of Potomac.
But what I'm saying, all I'm saying is Giselle is the producer. So if Giselle says I want to keep Mia around, they're gonna keep Mia around. As you can already see, they already checking Candace.
Candace checks Candace. Candace checks herself out.
Giselle is the one who set up the reunion and didn't have to apologize about anything that she has said or done.
And that's another thing for me though with Candace. There is no way an apology would have came out of my mouth.
Not my
Giselle said, if I said this, I want to take account. She did not apologize, and there would not have been an apology that came out of my mouth.
She didn't
apologize. And I believe that Chris really did make Giselle feel uncomfortable, and I do believe that she put a lot on it. You know what I'm saying? And I just gotta stand with that. Chris, and she keep on crying, said, "Oh, Robin, Chris thought that he was your friend. He is not her friend. You ain't even her friend. Juan is not even her friend. So why do you want Chris? You think that Chris just gonna pass with all these girls, and he think he in the clique, and he ain't. Child. It's uncomfortable.
I think for Candace, she really thought she had a friendship. I don't know why.
But she couldn't have. You was telling Monique that we was plotting on her. Why did you think that we friends? If you was telling Monique. She
thought that Ashley was her friend initially. She thought that Monique.
Well, she turned on Ashley.
She thought that. She thought that Robin was her friend. She thought that Giselle was her friend. She thought that Karen was her friend. All I'm saying is, I like Candace. I think Candace is funny, great. But at some point, you have to really evaluate who and what you're calling a friend. Everybody is not a friend. That's a life lesson. Some people are just acquaintances. Some people are just coworkers that you get along with. Her and Chris get a couple drinks in their system, and then all of a sudden, everybody's buddy. That ain't it.
Not Nneka. Not Nneka. Not Nneka.
Karen get a couple drinks in her system. She hit a tree, baby.
Baby, she get to hacking up that skirt. They say.
And all that Mims just said, not Nneka.
Karen had 2 bottles of Stella Rose in her car.
Wow.
Not 2 bottles. That's what
they said.
They said she had 2 bottles of Stella Rose in her car.
What is Stella Rose?
It's like a wine.
$9.97 wine.
She had dollar store wine in her car.
She got to pay rent to be in Potomac. She doesn't own.
I will never forget. One of my friends was at the dollar store, and I was like, "What are you drinking?" And she kept saying, "Sweet ass wine." And I was like, "Okay, but what kind of wine?" And she was, "No, sweet ass wine." I was like, I don't understand. What type? Is it like a red? She was like, "No, nigga. I went to the dollar store and they sell a brand for $1.99 called Sweet Ass Wine." And I was just like,
Stella Rose is the one, it's not the wine that I would think the Grand Dame would drink.
She's not a Grand Dame. They've been telling y'all she's not the Grand Dame.
I don't drink wine.
So I've been telling you.
I drink tequila. Gas station wine. So y'all think she filled up the tank and then filled up the bottle?
And then filled up her body with the wine.
I thought the bottles were not open though. Were they open?
They said that she reeked of alcohol. Is what the police report said. And she told them people but she wasn't so drunk that she told them people to turn off them body cams.
This gives a whole new thing to these pictures.
Wow.
I can't look at these pictures the same way.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That's a totally different woman. We saw today.
That baby said, "My body is all me." Banging. I said, "Come on."
Banging.
Come on.
I like Karen. Karen is like, Karen saves the show for me. And I love the fact that Gabor's girl came out and she said, "Who is sitting right here?" Not you. You on the call sheet, it tells you where you're sitting. You don't need to know where the next person is sitting. But like Rodney says, she thinks she's a producer on the show. Well, no, produce your ass to second seat.
That's a reach. All she said was who was sitting in front of me because she didn't want to know. She just wanted to know who was sitting by her.
What's a reach?
She didn't feel any type of way when she said who's sitting right here. All she said was who's sitting right here.
Baby Giselle, Miss Giselle Bryan, big sister green eyes.
James Tucson.
What did Karen call her? A hoe from Hampton University.
A broken down whore from Hampton.
A broken down whore from Hampton University with a hot box who visited Sing Sing. That's what she said.
Which was all a lie.
I don't know.
Well, when Wendy asked that she didn't have nothing, it came from a specific YouTuber, and Karen started running the storylines on the show.
I don't know. I think somebody had a really good interview about Giselle.
You think Giselle famous?
No.
Okay.
Oh shit.
I think that Giselle feelings were hurt.
About
I think just like Kenya, it's a respect thing. I think that for Giselle being propped up to be that girl of Potomac, I definitely think it knocked her down a couple of pegs.
Wow.
I don't
Candy, if it was Candy don't care about sitting first seat. Candy just want to make sure her check is right. So if my check is right, you can put me outside in a parking lot. I don't care. Kenya wants the respect of being first chair. Giselle has been propped up to be that girl. She wants first chair. That's why out of 8 seasons, this is the most that she's ever said at a reunion.
Oh my God.
I don't think she was hurt by it.
This is amazing.
I don't think Giselle was hurt by it. I think she could have felt a little way by it because Karen was sitting next to her. So I'm gonna say a few things. Number one, Karen and Giselle have been competing with each other since they got on this show. So to know that Karen is sitting ahead of you, she definitely felt the way. I don't know if she was hurt. And let's not act like that is not Giselle's primary seat every time the reunion happens, just like a Nene, the primary seat. So when I'm coming out there, I'm probably gonna walk to that seat, right? And Andy's like, no, that's not your seat. Because if you saw how they edited it, it was like something happened in between. Then next thing you know, we see Giselle sitting down. Then she's like, well, who's sitting here? And he said, oh, that's Karen. So she definitely walked to that seat. And he said, boo, boo, ooh, ooh, scoop back. Okay, just a little bit.
This how you know Giselle is the real queen of the show. Because when Karen said second seat next to Wendy season 6, nobody said anything. But now Giselle's sitting second seat. Now she bothered.
Yeah, and it's because she
because Karen
sets herself on the pedestal like she in charge of the girls of the show.
You didn't have to say anything because Karen knew where she was sitting, just like Giselle.
All she asked was who's sitting by me. I don't want to sit next to Wendy. I don't want to sit next to Candace.
No, she said
she should know. She's in charge of the girls. She got them to have a conversation.
Not what she said.
With Candace. She knew they weren't gonna sit her next to them ladies.
Right.
She knew that.
That's not what she said.
All she said is who's sitting here. Who's sitting right here?
You want to add to the story, but if there's anything that is anti-Giselle's,
I'm not. What I'm saying is,
can I finish? Dang.
Yes, go ahead.
You're so angry.
I'm not angry.
The point is, anytime that there's anything that you feel is, anti-Giselle, you want to go down minute by minute, word by word, syllable by syllable. You can just add it to the storyline. She didn't say nothing about, hi, Andy. Who will be sitting next to me? Because, I can't have this. She said, who's sitting here?
She didn't just go out there and say, who's sitting here. Her and Andy embraced before she asked that question.
No, that's not what he's saying. What he's saying is that you add additional details that's not shown to us.
All she asked is who's sitting. All I'm saying is that she asked who's sitting here. She didn't make a face. She didn't say, damn, I'm not sitting first. She didn't say any of that. All she asked was who's sitting here. And now she mad and she tight.
And I made an inference and you wanted to correct my inference.
What's the inference? What is the inference?
Giselle had her schematic for the couch. Giselle knew that she was sitting second seat.
Okay.
Giselle came out and instead of plopping her ass in the second seat, she wants to ask the boss, well, who's sitting here? My inference was she's accustomed to sitting in the first seat and she didn't like it. Now your inference was she didn't want to sit next to so whoever.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is
what you said.
That's not what I said. What I'm saying is I don't see an issue about her asking who is sitting here.
No, but
you're making it more than what it is. All she said, she knew that she was sitting second seat. She got the call sheet already. All she asked us who's sitting here.
And then you said, well, Karen didn't have to ask that because Karen did
No,
not.
I'm not. What I'm saying is when Karen said second seat, it wasn't like she was dethroned or her feelings was hurt. When it's Giselle, it's times 10. But when it was Karen that was sitting second seat next to Wendy season 6, nobody said a
You
word.
know, because Karen didn't say a word. She didn't let anybody see her sweat. She just made sure that the next season she was back in her seat.
Giselle didn't let nobody see her sweat either. All she asked was who was sitting in front of her.
Go back and watch
That's
it,
all
bro.
I'm saying. But let me be quiet because I'm not angry.
I know he's not
I
angry.
have two things to say.
I played that clip on purpose for Gabor, just to get under his skin. He's not angry, y'all.
Yeah, he's not angry.
You know, you can't go back and watch when Giselle came out and hear the music playing in the background when Andy let her know that that Karen was sitting right there. Just listen to the boom in the background. She was bothered. The next thing is this. The reason why Karen wasn't bothered when she got moved is because I think that in Karen's head, while yes, Potomac started out as a battle of who's going to be the Nene Leaks of the show, I think that Karen kind of started to kind of release the reins and move back. I don't think Karen cares because I think in Karen's head, she's above Giselle. I think in Karen's head, I'm the grand dame. In Karen's head, I'm the fan favorite. So even if I don't sit right beside Andy, in Karen's head, I'm still that girl. For Giselle, it bothers her because Giselle, that seat means everything to Giselle.
It's amazing how y'all pulled that out of there. All I'm saying is all the girl said was okay and sat down. It's amazing how y'all pulled all that out of there.
I really just pulled mine out because they typically banter back and forth often. And from season 1, they've always had like this little competition thing going on with etiquette and everything. So I feel like she definitely felt away because it was Karen sitting next to her. And that's just, what my thing was. But either way, she was second seat, so it doesn't matter now.
Next season, she gonna be.
They let that drunk sit up there next to Andy. They let Karen seem like she hit that bottle before she came out of there too.
Well, they only gonna last 2 more seasons, so we ain't got nothing to worry about.
You think so?
Oh my God, bro.
Hello, because as long as your home girl is in charge, we got about 2 more seasons.
So Candace Gunner, they got 2 more seasons. Wow.
Huh?
No, not because of Candace. He's just saying for how Giselle runs the show.
How Giselle runs the show, they have about 2 more seasons. See, this is a problem. Let me say this. Candace bucked the system, and the system was Giselle. Remember when Candace, when Giselle went to Karen's home last year, she was like, Candace hasn't called me to apologize. Remember that? She's been sitting around because the name of the game is I'm Big Sister Green Eyes. So even if I did something to you, you were supposed to call me, get in contact with me. And because Candace pretty much been giving this to Giselle since last season, it's been bothering Giselle. Because how dare you have this attitude with me? You were supposed to call me after I accused your husband of SA.
Did she?
Girl. Did she what?
Accuse him of SA.
Yes, she did. When she sat up there and added additional details to a story, when Ashley was telling her something, Giselle got on the bus last season and added a lie that did not come out of Ashley's mouth and said that man grabbed somebody's ass.
I thought she asked. Didn't she ask it?
No,
she
said it. She said it. She said it.
That.
Yeah.
Memory be on point with everything else.
I'm asking a question. I thought she said.
What the ask came when she
she
said that he asked me to go into a room. That's where the ask part came. But when it came to last year, she did say it.
And then
I thought she asked, didn't he grab somebody butt? I thought she said, didn't he grab the boy butt?
That was, if she said that was after she had already said it.
But even then, you're suggesting that he
said
said somebody without their permission, so that would be.
But it's asking.
Okay, Trent King says, "Can you show the pre-op Karen picture and wish me a happy birthday?"
Happy birthday, Trent!
He is turning 49. Happy birthday, Trent King. 49 is a very big year because you are right
49.
50. So, yeah, happy birthday. Which pre-op picture do you want? Do you want right before surgery?
They posted this online? Is this from the doctor's office?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me take the thing off. Happy birthday, Trent. Real talk. Trent is
Kathy Hilton would never.
It says shout out to Karen Huger's wig. He says Karen Huger from Real House of Potomac went to Dr. Truesdale for a deep plane facelift, brow and lip lift. I don't think she needed to do anything to her lips. And upper, I don't even know how to pronounce that, blepharoplasty, and a fat transfer. She said she didn't get nothing else in her body, but you got a fat transfer?
I think maybe when they said fat transfer, do you think
maybe
it
in the face?
Like
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Because I'm actually looking like, dang, they were able to like, you know, like they keep pulling. What else is going to be left to pull? So, I mean, I can see that
left to pull.
Like transferring some stuff to her face.
Karen had the biggest glow up since Nene.
No, Karen definitely look good though.
She
Karen, at 60 years old, Karen is killing it, and she's getting work that doesn't make her look like, you know, like a Catwoman.
Right,
getting the right amount of work.
She still looks good. She looks good, but she those lips, baby, Miss Karen Huger, you my girl. You know I'm a LaDom, but baby, you couldn't even control those lips after the reunion. I was so over those lips at the reunion. All I saw was it's almost like it just got them filled in before she walked out on stage. Did y'all notice that?
She hit that bottom.
Oh, so okay. To Gabor's point, when Giselle said we're going to tell your drunk truth, and everybody has alleged that, you know, they've had moments with Karen. Do you think that Karen could become maybe like a proponent for not drinking and driving? Because she like around. Or do you think that she is an honest enough person to come out and say, you know, I drink more than just socially, potentially?
I don't know, because she's about for Karen, it's all about like the image. Like she plays up the I'm the grand dame and I'm this and I'm that. Like you can't be the grand dame and come out and say you were drunk. It's not gonna go with what she's trying to give. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Like
yeah, I do.
And it'll be the honest truth if she just comes out and just says it. But I think in her head it doesn't go with what the image that she has out there.
I think that she kind of changed a little bit. I think that she learned from her earlier seasons. Remember season 2 when they went to the reunion and Giselle was talking about her birthday party and she said, you know, Karen, you didn't come to my birthday party, but you said that you was busy with your mom, but I know that you was in New York getting a face fix. And now they asking Karen about a facelift and she's, you know, saying that she got it. And so now we know that she was caught with the DUI. I don't think that she's going to say that she drinks more than socially. But I still think that she's going to try to keep up with the, you know, I was grieving my mom, because if you say I'm grieving my mom, nobody will question me about that.
That's true. But I also think you had a point because what I'm thinking about is honesty. And I think that she may go in the direction of what the fans may be expecting of her. Because I think she also wants to stay in the good graces of the fans. So she's, throughout this time of her waiting, she's going to be trying to figure out how to make both of what y'all said kind of collide to where it's like, yeah, I'm the grand dame, so I can't make this look really messy, but I also got to make sure that I'm being honest. So a part of the grand dame, she's gonna keep the mask of I was grieving my mom, but yes, I did have multiple drinks, I did do this, it was a bit reckless, I should have. I think that's what Karen's probably gonna do to stay in the good graces of the fans.
Episode 1 next
and
season.
So the ladies can get off her back, because when you stand in your truth, what else can they really, what they gonna say? What can they do?
It's gonna be episode 1 next season. You're right. That'll be the first thing. The Bravo cameras will be up. You're definitely right.
If they had Kenya Moore on the show, the first thing Kenya would say, well, what was the first DUI about? Because your mama was alive then. That's what Kenya Moore would say.
Repeat.
If she didn't like you.
Say what now?
If she doesn't like you.
What was the first DUI? You know, she had a DUI before Potomac started.
Oh, yikes. You know, Kenya Moore will definitely say that.
They're gonna get Mia to say it.
Oh wait, we talking about Kenya. Ashley first season would have said it. Ashley first season did
Ashley
say
first
it.
season would have definitely said it. I couldn't stand her.
Yes. We don't even need Kenya. Ashley first season would have said, well, girl, what about the DUI?
And then she be trying to ask it so innocently. And I'd be like, Ashley, the blonde on your head is not the same blonde on that white woman's head. And I need you to understand that you have a different hue, bitch, and you are not who you think you are. And she'll ask it so nicely. Well, Karen, well, what was going on the last time when you got the DUI? How was that? Because
that's a Potomac way.
And then she'll gaslight you in the nicest way. That's why I can't stand her. Like, well, you're getting upset, and I'm just asking you what happened the last time. Like, I can't stand. This is why I don't like Ashley, because and it's no disrespect to anybody that's mixed, but she definitely pulled that card when she need to pull it out, and she does think that her blonde hair is the same as theirs, and it's not.
That's the Potomac way. Remember when Monique was drinking and driving and got that wreck, and Robin was like, "Monique, what happened, Monique? I'm just concerned." And Monique got mad at that dinner talking about everybody concerned all of a sudden.
But I thought didn't Ashley start that? Like, didn't Ashley tell the people that Monique was drunk?
Said, they was drinking together. She said that she took a nap in the car, but Monique went home. But no, Monique blamed it on the kids.
Baby,
I'm a
stay-at-home mom, and my kids was at school, and I was tired because my husband was in football camp. Girl,
that's why I get
we got too many
frustrated at the people, because as much as y'all know I used to go up for Ashley, I know Ashley in her works. Okay, that's why I never understood why people go after Candace when bitch Ashley was the girl that was gonna drag the girls by the just because she gonna talk about, I can only have $25.11 in her account. Like, that's what.
I massage Michael's feet every night. Yeah, I do.
Yes. So I'm like, how y'all so mad at Candace? Y'all couldn't have watched seasons 1 through 4 because Ashley was hell on wheels.
Do you hear me?
For real.
She had Sharice wanted to fight her when they was going dress shopping that time. Remember?
Did she?
Yeah, she tried to fight her because Sharice, Ashley had went to Sharice's daughter's Sweet 16 and went up there and introduced herself to Sharice's husband. That was the only time he was ever on camera. And she was like, "Why did you have to be in everybody's marriage so much, and your marriage is failing?" And Sharice told her, little girl, I will F you up.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah,
what season was this?
It has to be season 2 because Sharice was a full-time.
Wait. And that was when Robin was sitting there like this. because Candace and Ashley were coming out in bathing suits. Robin was like,
I think I remember that.
Candace looked Candace had a banging body. She had on a white bathing suit.
I remember,
she looked
the first time we saw Candace was Ashley was saying that she got a nice booty because they had went swimming at Monique's house, and I believe her first time on camera, they had invited her for drinks over to Monique's house or something like that.
Yeah, I remember that.
They had wine in the pool.
We got y'all got a lot of super chats. T-Legs, thank you so much for the super sticker. Erfin says, always love a Mims panel, need Erica on next. I have, asked the diva if she wanted to come on a panel before.
Diva.
She said,
no, I don't.
I'm just playing.
No, she didn't.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing. She said that. I'm lying. Here I go.
No, she didn't say that.
Acting like Giselle, just lying on people.
I think I put it on. I think I put it under one of her comments on Instagram. Like, oh, you should come up on my panel. S says, I love Funky, but he gives Dr. Heavenly energy sometimes. He lost me when he started asking fans if the Foxhole people had view. Oh, if the Foxhole people had views during his live. If you left the show, then please leave in peace.
I love the dog too. I love the dog. I like the
dog. Crystal Roberts says, love this format. All you guys are great at it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Gemini, thank you so much for the super sticker. Voiceovers by Stephanie. Oh, I bet you have a good voice. Great podcast and love this panel. S says, if Garcelle had a barn, fill in the rest. Giselle is not a good housewife. Sorry. Could you see her next to Erica Blanco, Big Sut, or Cash Money Crystal? I don't know. I just don't like the way she talks so choppy. That irks my soul. I don't know where she got that from, but that irks my soul when she
only does it when when she thinks she's getting somebody together. You said you were going to, girl.
Did y'all see did you see Anna Marie on
hold on. We got a lot of super chats. Hold on 1 second. Rashida says, hey panel, Rodney, the way you dragged Giselle by her eyelashes about her BBQ. Versace legendary. I watched that video 5 times. If you don't know, Rodney has said that all she had to do was put on a jacket and her reunion outfit could have been a Barbie.
He did.
Tell me I'm lying.
Vincent is.
Sorry, let me just say this.
It's called the all-purpose dress, Rodney. Get it right.
Come on, let me talk.
I heard what you said.
Come on, let me talk.
Go ahead, friend.
Let me say it.
I heard you.
If you go back and Giselle's dress, Giselle could throw a blue jean jacket on and some golden goose or some Converse and go straight to the Galleria Mall.
Right. And she'll still be a 10. Still be a 10, darling.
If she throw a safety pin in that slit, she could go straight to a PTA meeting. If she throw her ponytail, throw some Tory Burch slides on, she could go to a family reunion. That was that. All Giselle did was bloop, bloop, and pull those straps up and went on outside that goddamn door. Every other woman in the room had to have assistance. My alcohol kicking in. Every other woman had to have assistance putting on their dress, except for Giselle.
But Rodney, what you forgetting, Rodney, is at the barbecue, at the PTA meeting, at the Galleria, she would have been a 10 all three places.
Was she?
Yes. She was one at the reunion.
Thank you, Vincent.
Okay. Here we go.
Says whose gaslighting was worse? Candace being gaslit by Giselle or Quad being gaslit when they tried to blame her for Dr. Jackie's fallout over her controversial comments?
Quad.
Oh shit.
I think Candace.
Oh, child.
You think it was worse for Candace to be I don't know. That's hard.
I would give it equal.
I don't think they tried to gaslight Quad. I think they just tried to blame it on Quad. Like with Candace, they tried to act like what Candace said didn't even happen. Candace was like, am I crazy? Am I crazy? Like they were literally trying to act like what Candace was saying did not happen.
But this is what I'm trying to understand. I don't understand. You know the monitor? It seems that they have a monitor at the reunion. I just can't understand a producer getting ready for the reunion and not have that queued up. That just doesn't make sense to me.
They don't like you though, Gabor. They don't like Candace.
They don't like
Candace was the only person that came out, and Andy did not say, "Oh, you look great. Nice to see you." Candace was like, "Oh, why I'm out here early?" And Andy said, "Okay, they'll be out here," and move right on. Everybody else got acknowledged. They don't like her.
I think that's the thing, Gabor, you don't want to acknowledge is that when I say that Giselle is a producer, she gets away is because they're going to continue to play the clips of Candace saying that Robin is a fraud, everything, but they didn't have it queued up that Giselle said that Chris made her go into her bedroom. It didn't go into effect until Karen said, "Oh, so you're talking about the when he said he made you?" And she was like, "Yes." And then that's when the producer said, and then Andy said, "Oh, they're saying that you did say that, Giselle." It took all of that for them to.
Yeah, but I'm saying if Andy, for me, and if I'm Candace, if Andy really wanted us to move forward, Giselle would have had to apologize. I don't care what y'all got to do. Get the clip out here. They telling you in your ear, we need the clip out here because she's not about to give me an if. You said it, made. This is the first time you said made. And so she would have never got an apology from me. We wouldn't have been able to move forward. And I would tell Andy it's not genuine. She don't even know if she said it or not. Because y'all saying if, you telling her she said it, and she, you know what I'm saying, and she's still saying if.
I can tell you why. Because Andy likes to play in our faces. Andy tries to act like, oh, he's bothered by the disconnect throughout the season. He's really not. I feel like Andy feels like I just need to say this because the viewers have been saying there's been a disconnect amongst the women. So let me go out here and say, I'm really disappointed. We need to move on. It's kind of like when Andy made it seem as though the seating arrangement for Atlanta, remember that season? He said it's based off of who had the most conflict. Like, you're lying. We know that's not the case. Because if that was the case, I think it was a season before last when Marlo and Sheree were in those seats, and I think he said something about was it Atlanta or Potomac? I remember him making a comment at one of the reunions recently, like the last 2 years, basically saying it's based off of the conflict. That's how we come up with the seating arrangement. Well, but we know that's a lie because if that's the case, Monique and Candace would have been in first seats. Mm-hmm. There have been times Giselle shouldn't have been in first seat at all.
And Jackie should never be in those seats. Jackie and Simone should never be in those seats.
Right. So it's like I think Andy likes to just come out and just say shit that he knows that may work in the favor of the viewers. And I also think this too. I don't think they care about. I think they know that they can just say whatever, and the viewers are going to believe whatever. Like they don't care if it makes sense. They don't care if Candace asks Wendy, hey, how old is Lebe? And then Wendy say, I don't know, that's her friend. And then they show a clip of Lebe at Wendy's daughter's birthday party or sipping, and then everybody say, oh my God, Wendy lied about not knowing Lebe. And it's like, girl, it wasn't even a question. And why would they even play that footage to go with what Candace asked her? But then the viewers don't care. They just feel like they caught something to be mad about. And I don't think Andy cares. I don't think production cares. I think they're there to protect Giselle. They don't give a damn about Candace. And that's why nothing is always queued up when it's time to call out Giselle, because they don't give a damn about Candace.
And they don't really want to call her out. But I think that the whole seating arrangement, we found out what it really was season 10 of RHOA, when they were so pissed at Kenya that she didn't get married on camera that they put her at the end. That was all that I needed to see. And then Kenya said, I don't care about production. I'm going to go sit over there. And even though her and Nene were turning it up and they really turned it together, Andy made her go sit back to her seat. It's a punishment. But I don't know why Candy got punished. Maybe they didn't feel that season that Candy was doing enough, because there's no reason that the highest paid housewife should be sitting at the end. And Marlo, a throwaway housewife, and Sheree, the most fired housewife, would get first seats. That's probably why Eric, the producer, got fired. But yeah, hold on. We got to get through these super chats. Hold on 1 second, because it's a lot. So thank you, Vincent. Honey Poo. Giselle think the cast is her Neos, and she is their prophyte. Giselle got to go. Prophyte. I don't know. Is that like a prophylactic?
No, prophyte is somebody that came into an organization before you.
Oh, okay. Paralegally Exhausted said Giselle had one moment in 8 seasons, and Kitten Hill's been flying off the shelves since Monday. Shutting down to the new birth. Cut it out.
Shutting down to the new birth. Hilarious.
S says, could you imagine being that nasty attitude leading church? We talking about Giselle or the one who just got on Ozempic?
Oh.
What's her name? What's her name, y'all? She always takes pictures like this.
I don't know.
She just got on Ozempic.
Hannah, the one from Utah.
No,
Heather?
No, the black woman, the church leader.
Oh, Mary?
She sings. She wanted the woman to be quiet because the Lord was speaking to her.
Kim Burrell?
Yeah, her.
She on Ozempic?
Yeah, she lost a whole bunch of weight.
Wow.
The spirit is still nasty though.
Yeah.
Giselle is close to 60, acting 12. Nerlene says it seemed to me Candace was emotionally drained. Probably. Candace, you kind of resemble Kenya in this pic. Y'all could be cousins. Very pretty. Philly John says we gotta let the laugh go. We gotta let the laugh go. They enemies. Let's focus on Gizzard lies and 8 different stories. Lies about that clear man. That's true. Paralegally Gabor and his ad libs. Paralegally between Gabor and Rodney's ad libs, I low key be up here trying to keep a straight face as the moderator, but these dudes will ad lib the hell out of you. It's like listening to a Rihanna track. I'm not even listening to the words. I'm listening to her ad libs in the back. Gabor with his wow. And Rodney, legally exhausted. Candy got to learn how to scoot up her chair like Nene and Kenya. Watch RHOA before you come to the union if you must. I think Candy just like, I already got my $2 million. Whatever they do, as long as they keep paying me. Y'all, Gabor shut Rodney's video off. Dare, thank you so much for the super sticker. Nitwit said no one brought up Gizzy being uncomfortable because of Chris, but not when Juan was yelling at her, telling her like he had sex when asked about cheating.
Oh, you went uncomfortable with Juan? Yeah. Oh my. They didn't even want to show that clip. I don't even think they did. They showed her saying she wanted to have a conversation with him, but they didn't show him yelling at her. Okay, well. If y'all don't believe they be protecting her, I don't know what to say.
Shasha says Giz and Rob are all over IG of one of the producers, not Eric. They are connected and have been behind the scene protection. There's more we are not seeing. I absolutely agree with you, Sasha. Giselle, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you Giselle Gabor. I do feel like they have insiders on these shows. I do feel like they have their favorites, but I think that it hurts the show when you don't realize who the real fan favorites are. Giselle was the fan favorite for so many seasons, and I think, her star they tried to make her a star, but it just didn't happen the way that they expected it to. And I think, Nene said it the best. Is she a star? She's no.
I think so.
You think Giselle famous?
No.
Okay.
You can't be hating from outside the club now.
I'm in every club.
No, I'm talking about Nene.
What happened? What I missed?
I was about to say.
You see how they do me, Jamie? I can't say nothing, child.
I see. Listen, he popped on.
No, because this is what our group chats are like. This is literally what our group chats are like. Gabor will gaslight the hell out of us.
Don't be though.
You be crying it sometimes.
Look, Jamie, I told them that Anna Marie did the interview with Carlos King yesterday, and Rodney was yelling at me through the text messages in all caps, talking about I got his blood pressure up.
Gabor know exactly what to do to get my pressure back. You know exactly what to say. And y'all know I'm sensitive.
I'm sensitive. Okay.
Where are we?
What about Anne Marie?
Hold on 1 second.
No, you were saying that she was with the producer, Giselle and Robin.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They are definitely way more connected to production than we see them fit, and I think it does a disservice to the viewers to try to push somebody to the forefront. If all you have to do is see that Giselle was given that Bravo chat with Portia, and as soon as Portia was out, Giselle couldn't carry it. Just like Giselle couldn't carry and keep every you on the shelves. But sorry, Lisa. Hey, my favorite panel. Robin turned on Candace. Didn't go along with icing out Wendy. I think Candace was a tool. Candace was a tool that they used to get rid of Monique. And once she was done with that, she was more trouble than she was worth to them. So they got rid of her. Q, thanks for being a member for 21 months. She said, I love this panel. This is fun. And it should be fun, y'all. Sometimes talking about Bravo was really
toxic.
Yeah. Look up, down. I never get this many $50 super chats. Okay. I'm seeing some. If Juan don't find much value in Robin, why does Candace?
You know what? I was having a conversation yesterday. I think that the producers did a piss poor job with Robin and Candace's relationship, because if the show is supposed to be centered around kind of like the girls, the women, the sisterhood, then why don't we know or didn't know that Candace and Robin were this close? Why is it that I looked up and Candace was hyperventilating in Austin and snot coming out her nose? Like, I think that was the most frustrating thing, because it's like, where did this friendship come from? Why do you care about
A couple of seasons ago,
nothing since season 3 of you coming onto the show that you and Robin were this close to the point where you just felt like your world was about to fall down because this friendship is over.
Because Robin said a couple of seasons ago that
highlight on that, huh?
I think Robin said a couple of seasons ago that she grew up like Candace, and when she was going on her tours and stuff, her lip syncing tours, Robin was there, supporting her. So I think that they probably had a friendship, but I think that she probably wanted somebody on the show. I don't think these girls really want to be friends with Karen. I think they want something, young and hip, and it was Giselle, and I think that she looked in the big sister and Robin.
I don't think that's it. I think that she felt like Karen was her real friend on the show. I think she really liked Karen and she really liked Monique. And when that fell apart and they helped her get Monique off the show, I think that solidified in her head, oh, these girls are my real friends. Oh, they're talking to me about what they're going to do with everybody else. And I'm in this inner circle. I'm sitting there with the producer, the green-eyed goblins, and she thought she was in the in crowd. And all you really got to do is have a couple drinks with Candace, and she thinks you're her best friend anyway. But thank you. That was a very generous super chat and a nice read. Temp, even Nikki wanted to be around Giselle. She's that girl. I hate to admit it. The girls just gravitate towards her. Gabor, I get for you.
You know, Giselle is that girl.
Is she?
We're not doing this. Yeah. Candace didn't turn on Ashley. She still liked Ashley. When Monique told her about telling everyone she was drinking, and then when she did try to talk to her, Monique got mad. I agree, because there's no way I would have filmed a scene with Ashley in her house talking about she was so happy that Ashley was leaving Michael. If I don't like you, I want you to stay with your husband in this toxic relationship and you're miserable. I'm not going to be praising you for leaving your husband. Like, this is what I don't get. They don't really like you. She should really parse that out. Like,
Candace turned on Ashley and then McCollin.
I hate that.
Wait, did she?
She did. Ashley was fighting for her. Ashley was even fighting Monique with Candace. Ashley was fighting Monique with Candace. She was going against Giselle and Robin and Sharice and everybody against her. And she felt that they was making fun of her, but it was really the other girls. And she got mad at Ashley. And she got on Ashley for Karen. She did. She turned on her. And then
what season was that?
He's talking about
season 3.
Her first season.
Okay.
Season 15.
I'm gonna check it out.
S says Giselle is the same age group as Nene. Nene and Karen carry themselves like queens. Giselle acts like a bratty teen. It's not cute. I agree.
I don't see the comments going up for your girl. Like the super chats.
They don't have to go, but have you been on Twitter today?
Oh Jesus!
It's been disrespectful.
Baby, the girls don't compare Giselle to Emmett Till's accuser and compare.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did. And compare Chris to Emmett Till. I say, child, we are. What would Mama say? We are the lost. Baby, we are the lost.
Now that's crazy. I'm gonna have to disagree with that one. Now that's crazy right there, now, y'all.
Yes, baby.
What you think of that, Rodney?
Technically,
hey, Ali.
I think it's a mess.
It's a lie. Ali says Giselle learned to hide her feelings because she was married to Pastor Hurleyhor. That's why she's so cold and pretends to be unbothered.
You see how
I feel like she's inherently just a cold person. I don't know if we can attribute it to Pastor Hurleyhor. Some people are just like that.
She had her feelings probably.
I think Giselle grew up in an era before mine, and in that era, school days was ever present. So to have very open conversations with Katie and Ashley about how they should feel about being Black, I do feel like Giselle could have given more as a main cast member to say, even though I don't feel like I'm a colorist, I know where you guys are coming from because I grew up in an era where school days was the thing and the light skin, dark skin thing was a thing. If I've made you feel that way, or if there's anything that I've done, let's talk about it. But they shut it down, and that's why I cannot get with Giselle. You know good and goddamn well what that means. You know good and goddamn well you were considered a woman who looks like this because your eyes were green and your weave was blonde. Let's just
Which also I think has a play on why she pledged what she pledged. In my personal.
You about to have a sorority war. So
I'm not gonna do that tonight. I'm not gonna
I forgot.
We're about to have a sorority war.
Mrs. Jamie was a judge. Yes.
Paralegally Exhausted said G is a sorority girl. That first seat means a lot. I agree. One tall girl, Gabor represent for the Alley Cats. Ow, that laugh. Shout out. You want to read this, Gabor?
Not the Alley Cat.
Shout out to the hardworking Mims, Mr. Rodney, and the dynamic diva. If you know, you know. TT.
Who's the Alley Cats, Gabor? Is that something you be talking about?
Yeah, I guess my people call it the Alley Cats, I believe.
You don't know what your people.
The Alley Cats, you know, they call themselves all kind of stuff. Alley Cats, Gaborettes, and all kind of crazy stuff.
I like the Gaborettes.
I like that's
better than damn Alley Cat now.
Ow.
Well, what is that? I mean, I guess you know, you can have different meanings. It might be a good meaning behind it, you know, versus they in the alley.
Before you're gonna need to come up with a name.
Gaborettes. I love that.
Trap House Mystery says, "Love you, Mims." That's all. That That's all. Thank you. Lisa says last season when they were on the bus leaving the winery, Giselle said Chris grabbed Deborah's butt. Then Ashley said it at the reunion. Giselle put some sauce on it that should have never been a joke. And we absolutely see each other. She accused that man of SA.
Oh,
Wow.
Now,
here you go talking about wow. Why are you wowing?
But this is I have a question.
There you go.
Like the Join the Truth say, ain't I a woman?
No, you're a man.
Not so John.
Well, I'm
like,
talking
what
about
I got to do with it?
Giselle. I'm talking about Giselle. Do we not think that Giselle had do you think that she, I mean, I'm trying to understand, did she not have a reason to feel uncomfortable? She did put a lot on it. But Chris had no business going anywhere with her.
This, you know what you try.
You asked this man. I'm sorry. You asked him. You said, what's going on? Go ahead, tell me. Let's go talk. If he's talking to you openly, do you want him and Candace are clearly going at it. What are they not supposed to go behind a closed door? Did he take her into the women's room? No, they were in a hotel. So where else gone?
Let me say this, Gabor. First of all, I know
in her room, child.
The second thing is this.
What? What's the first thing? I didn't hear the first thing.
The first thing is when we have a conversation, you'll deflect and try to go to another situation.
I'm not.
Yep, because we were talking
about innocent. He put that Ashley on. I'm not.
Right, we were talking about Giselle saying that what Deborah did. Now you want to go to the, but that's okay. But listen.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm getting. Okay, I get what you're saying.
Let me say this. It's like what Giselle did was this. You asked me to come into my apartment, and then I said yes. And then I turn around and say, oh, he made me feel so uncomfortable. Well, why the hell did you let him come into your apartment? If you knew that was a line for you not to be in a room with a married man, you should have said, no, I actually don't feel comfortable going into my room. We can have a conversation in the lobby. We can have a conversation in the hallway. That was what you had already said that was a line for you. How do you have a rule and then you break the rule and then get mad at the other person?
What I'm saying is, when we got into the room and he shut the door, and now I'm thinking about how, the season before that, when they asked who do your husband think is the most attractive person on the cast, and he said, oh, Chris has the biggest crush on Giselle. Now I'm thinking about that, and he drinking and stuff, and he mad and he huffing and puffing. Like, I feel like that I can feel uncomfortable.
No, but you didn't answer Rodney's question.
What's the question?
Specifically, once you got to the room,
y'all say we starting at A? We got to start at A. Did I ever get on national TV or my spouse get on national TV and say that I got the biggest crush on Rodney and Rodney the most beautiful man in the world?
This is where we get lost. We're talking about the specific moment where you are walking with somebody to your room. Period. You didn't have to walk with this man to your room. And just to be fair to Giselle, she says that she thought that her makeup and stuff was in there. All it takes is you swipe in the card, you walk in first. Mm-hmm. You see that the makeup and people aren't there. Oh, let's not go here. That's what Rodney is saying, and I'm in agreement. At the point that if you know that you don't want to be in a hotel room without your hair and makeup and Chris, then don't walk into the room. He didn't grab you by the arm, is what Rodney's saying. But guys, we're not doing more than. We're already at 2 hours, so we got to get through.
You all trying to rush us out.
We got to get through these super chats.
I ain't coming around here no more.
Don't invite me back.
I just feel like if we gonna be on, we gonna be on.
No. Come on,
if we gonna be on, if we gonna have a slumber party, we gonna have a slumber party.
I'm not having a.
There's so much other stuff that we could talk about. We could talk.
I mean, this is true, but it's my fault, y'all.
Listen, ma'am.
It's me. I'm the problem.
Listen, you see how I jumped on Gabor's ship and now we tag teaming you.
Well, y'all can sail to the moon and back. It ain't changing over here.
I'm gonna go on Gabor's channel. He don't kick us out.
Y'all having an after party. The after party gonna be on Gabor's channel.
Go ahead and go on Gabor's channel, and all it's gonna take is this.
Then you came to my charity event, raised your paddle to donate $5,000 to Children's Hospital Los Angeles, and never paid. What? You were not being genuine.
That's all that's gonna happen, and the new friendship is gonna be over. I'm sorry, we have so many super chats. And Jamie was trying to say that it's her fault. I like when people take accountability. Jamie, why is it your fault?
Wah.
Oh,
I'm thinking, ain't
It's
nobody
my
else.
fault. Baby in the back cutting up. Okay.
Okay, we gotta go.
He fine. He fine to
okay.
sleep.
So Shay, I'll still be here for the drunk Dom. Or when she comes after you. S says Karen should flip it and pull a Giselle. She let go of Blue Eyes because of the backlash. Wait.
Hold on, what?
She let go of Blue Eyes because of the backlash.
You know, Blue Eyes started off as the driver, and they said that she was having sex with Blue Eyes. And she was caught in Vegas and stuff with Blue Eyes. But we never saw the picture that Robin had. Remember, they never showed us the picture? And when Karen told us to let's see the picture, and she wouldn't show Karen, it wasn't no picture, child.
Do y'all think that come out and say that she really does have sex with other men? Because I feel like she's starting to kind of be open about it.
If Mia is, I think she may learn something from watching Mia and Gordon, and she might get to that place of having that transparency in her own situation.
But when Robin asked her how many people have you had sex with in the last 5 years, she didn't cuss her out and say, how dare you disrespect my husband? How dare you disrespect my union? She kind of just, the sex dreams count.
But the thigh culture is in. Look at what Mim started the show with Nene. Thigh culture is in. Portia went and got her Nigeria, even though she the one that ended up getting scammed. She went and got somebody still had a fan base. Then we got Nene glowing up. You know what I'm saying? Now Karen glowing up. She probably want to, cash her chips in with Ray because, they say he's not the Black Bill Gates. Never was.
We know that because Karen was paying his bills.
Thank you, Q.
Remember,
Q says, I love you, Mims. Congratulations on everything. Thank you, Q.
Rodney, can I say something real quick, Mims? Oh, don't do me like Mims. That's how you treat your guests? Jamie, remember when Karen had got drunk down there at Monique house? It's when you get drunk, when you start telling your truth, Karen said, I want my money back. I sold you for my man, but I want my money back, baby. Shit, baby. She said, give me my money back. I sold you for my man, but I want my money back, girl.
Kim Cat says,
this wasn't part of the deal, baby. You got me off the form, baby. I wasn't expecting to pay a now nigga bill.
Okay, so now they are doing this to me on purpose. And they will continue to do this. Kim Cat says, Mim, did y'all see Ashley Forehead was in front of Candace when the fight broke out with Kiana and Deborah? Look at the footage from other people's phones. Then she faked like she wasn't there talking to Corey. So you saw her.
Yeah, she was in the middle because I thought she was even trying to hold Candace back. Yeah, she was trying to hold it back and everything.
She was trying to hold Candace back, not like stop.
Well,
her lying ass. What happened? What happened? That's that girl. No, she fake.
We know she's a liar, Kim Cat. Chelsea says, when Karen told Robin yours in the feeder card paper, I died. When Karen told Robin yours in the feeder card paper, what is that, y'all?
She meant
talking about
the credit card, the credit card paper.
Oh,
that new update
on rehearsed, but sometimes she. Another thing, Candace should have asked Robin where your doc at tonight because it ain't here. Okay. Thank you, Chelsea. Too Adorable says they need a spinoff of Juan Finding Love, like he said he wanted season 1.
Wow.
Did y'all hear when Robin said you need to do a 2-hour special on Juan's life? Girl, you are on a girl to document his.
It sounds like a horror story.
Girl, you're on a documentary. Helpful, like girl, you had 8 seasons to tell whatever story Juan was gonna
come on.
Not
and he's still not gonna show up.
It's a horror story. You lost all of his money. You know what I'm saying? And if it's life after that, I mean, it's a horror story.
Juan don't be want nobody in his business like that. He ain't gonna show up for that shit.
Juan is so disrespectful. I'm with Carlos King and Heavenly. Well, I was like
swallowing.
What they say?
Still not.
They say he was the most. Carlos said he was the most disrespectful husband out of all the franchises. Because basically, this is your check and down.
They gonna be taking cold showers again.
On some real stuff. I know I'm not trying to be funny, Mills, but on some real stuff, like the least you could do is just show up and support your wife. Dr. Damon, Heavenly's husband, don't even be fooling with that show like that. And he'll still throw a blazer on and go sit behind Heavenly when it's time to go on the trips and go to the reunion. Like even Ray, who can barely walk up a flight of stairs, still managed to get to the reunion and sit behind Karen. Here go one man got no job.
That's the crazy part. I feel like with him, I just knew that we was gonna see one at the reunion this year because he ain't got a job. And every other season, she had an excuse, which still wasn't really an excuse. Everybody knew she was lying, but this was the moment that she could have said, "Well, he showed up that time when he didn't have a job."
Robin should have been able to show up to the reunion, cross her legs, and let Juan do all the talking. But no, I have to now defend you, look like a fool, defend you some more, look like a bigger fool, and now I have to act like you not having a job and you volunteering at the local high school is an accomplishment. Girl, you a grown man.
And she's not even a good reader, Rodney.
No, I'm not doing this.
One more thing.
No,
Mims, don't do us
no,
that. Look, on the Peacock version, Rodney.
This is how they do.
Really quick.
This is how they do you.
Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll.
They're doing this to me on purpose.
When Andy said he don't got a basketball game tonight, she should have said, "Got you." He's volunteering at the hospital.
And this is why I ain't never coming around here no more. You ain't never got no food. You ain't never got no drinks. You ain't never got no. You are that person. We come around to your house. You rude to your guests. We gotta bring our own food. We gotta be BYOB. Okay.
Not BYOB.
Don't invite me back over here.
And leave a bottle for the after party that you got invited to. Laura says, "Love y'all. Wishing y'all the best and success in these YouTube streets. The way y'all make me laugh, I know my neighbors hate me." I appreciate that. Really do. Andy has always played favorites, and he's gonna let RHOP go down like the Titanic with his dumb ass. Giselle fake ass Bryant with the dinero not watching season 9 if Giselle is back. We'll see, because I won't be watching. Without Candace, I'm not interested. Just like without Kenya. Without Kenya, I wasn't.
I don't know why you laughing no more, because you know Giselle cannot carry that show.
Ooh.
Baby, the show if it wasn't for Jill, baby, Candace would never be heard of.
If it wasn't for who?
Giselle, the first 2 seasons. Don't forget, don't do the OG. That's the OG girl. Come on, Rodney. That's the OG. You act like Candace started the show.
No, but I think you act like Giselle do. Y'all overlooking Sharice's input now. What's going on up in here?
Give me a one-liner from Giselle.
We want
tears. Them tears be coming.
8 seasons.
Not it took 8 seasons. Oh,
8 seasons,
baby.
Nobody's gonna be quoting that.
They're not.
A quote is what Phaedra did to Kenya. A quote is what Kenya did to Portia. Be quiet.
Hell, even Aunt Bertha got a damn quote. It was a scheme.
Yeah.
It's hot set up. Okay.
You like Giselle because Giselle is pretty. That's it.
I don't.
I like Candy because she joined the membership. Thank you, Candy. Scotty says, "My people."
Scotty.
What's up, Scotty?
Hey, Scotty.
Brian Patterson says, "I don't believe the unalive threats. RHOP production would have shown them. Do better, RHOP production." Yeah, why didn't we? And why did we see Candace with a tweet that she liked that was not anything about unaliving? So I'm with you, Brian. Cream says, "With all the dirty work Giselle has done over the years and as of late, she better pray her daughters. She better pray her daughters don't receive the ramifications of them as they navigate this thing called life."
That's a good one.
No Diddy. Trap House Mysteries. Jizzy Neck has never been that girl.
Ooh.
Dark Thunder says, "Hey Mims, I just want to say I love your channel and keep up the shady but fair reporting. I love it here." Thank you, Dark Thunder. Ali says, "I was surprised AKA let Wendy I was surprised that AKA let Wendy in with their history, child."
Wow, Ali.
Nick,
you got the GPA?
Wendy's probably more qualified to be a part of their organization than plenty of those women that are already in it, especially Giselle. But I know they were coming from the angle of their founders being light skinned and Wendy being a very darker tone woman. But you know, a lot of the organizations have evolved over time. But if we want to go down to, you know, qualifications, she's probably more qualified than your fave. And that's probably not your fave, Ali, but I'm just saying, Giselle.
Nitwit says, since Jizzy didn't think anything was wrong with what she said about Chris, how would she feel if her daughters told her a man tried to force them in a room? What would be her reaction?
Huh?
They're alleging, like, what if it were flipped? Like, if somebody were saying that about her daughters, like some man had alleged that one of the daughters did something inappropriate. I don't know. I just feel like even people who say and do horrible things, they don't want their kids ever involved in anything like that, to be honest with you. So I think it would be, you know, I don't think that Giselle would want that. For just like they say, Kenya is really a very nice person in real life. She would never want Brooklyn to have to do the things that she did to make money, like the stuff that she did. I don't think that I don't think Kenya ever really wanted Apollo. I just think that she came on acting like a vixen. I think Kenya's gonna set herself up or set her kids up so that she never has to go through what Kenya did. Brooklyn's gonna be well adjusted. I think that for Giselle's kids, they seem well adjusted. I couldn't see any of them doing that. Papa Kenny's Workshop, thank you for the super sticker. Salt and Pepper Natural. Giselle been mad ever since Chris stopped cooking her meals. Was he cooking her meals?
He would cook for Giselle. I guess when Giselle would come over. I don't know if he would like just cook and bring her a plate, but I remember Candace saying something like he would cook for her when I think she would come over.
Chocolate Bunny says, on second thought, Alley Katz is the perfect name for Gabor's followers. Anybody that supports Giselle and her foolishness, yuck. Oh, I thought that was nice, but it turned into a read.
It did. Almost.
I was like, wait.
He said almost.
S says, don't call Karen a drunk if you're not calling out Sutton.
Sutton ain't running out the road. Sutton got enough suit.
Okay, Sutton got her driver.
But they both doing the drivers though.
They doing the drivers. Right.
Good night.
That's a drunk to me.
Kelly G says,
damn.
Unless Giselle is getting a neck lift on unless Giselle is getting a neck lift on camera next season, it's her storyline. We don't need to see her.
Wow. Y'all sure can tell a black woman down.
Shelf says, LL Robin really tried to get this ninja a spinoff. Candy should have did that for Chris. Anyway, just trying to run it up. Come on, let's do at least 4. Gabor no, we're not doing 4 to 7 hours. Gabor is giving us 7 hours live. Let's return the favor. No. Whoa. Julie, you've done like a 5 hour, I think, right? At the least, Gabor?
I think I did a 7 before. From accident.
Just like Giselle accidentally went in that room. Julian Reeves, thank you so much for the super sticker. B. Whitney, thank you for the super sticker. Mystical, thank you for the. I think y'all started sending these super chats to keep us live.
That's the trick.
You know that is the trick. That's the trick, Michelle.
They done figured it out.
They have.
Timeless, thank you for being a member for 3 months. I appreciate you. And lastly, but not least, Whitney says, my cousin Rodney got me here. Hey, y'all. Did y'all see the girls with Nikki after a DC show and Wendy and Karen? Rodney?
I saw the video and I clicked on it and clicked off. I thought that
Wendy and Karen was there?
I wasn't upset that the girls, they're friends. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't upset that Wendy wasn't a part of the group or Karen wasn't a part of the group. Giselle, Ashley, NECA, Robin, they're cool.
Can I say?
Wait, Wendy and Karen was there?
No, I said
no. They weren't there.
Okay.
But I will say, I don't mind that clique that was with Nikki being the only ones on the show. And the reason why I say that is because you have to have drama, right? You have to have conflict. All you hoes gonna flip on each other. When you ain't got nobody else to pin, you can't pin it on Karen, won't have Candace. If Wendy ain't there, who you gonna flip on? And Neka put out these tweets trying to make it seem like, oh, if I had any issues in my relationship, I would expect the girls to come to me, because if not, they're not being a friend and this, that. Okay, I want you to keep that same energy when it happens to you. Should you stay? And she just feels like she's in a good position with these ladies as if they're not going to turn on her. And it's like, you can't be a fan of this show, watch this show, and not know that Giselle's only loyalty is to Robin. They don't like you like that, girl. But you're gonna learn though. And we know that you want to be around so bad. So you might get secured another season and they're gonna flip. It only makes sense.
Okay, y'all have really learned the trick. Latrista says, here's another one for y'all. I love y'all. C. Stewart says, I love you guys and your respective channels. Keep sharing the joy, laughter, and shade. I love it. Congrats to Mims, Jamie, Rodney, and Gabor. Your content and friendship is much appreciated.
Thank you.
Thank you, y'all. Okay, this is the last one because we are leaving. Too Adorable says, a lot of innocent men went to jail for a woman insinuating something like that. Women who are victims of SA are scared they won't be believed. That is a very good point. Somebody should tell Giselle.
They're talking about the woman that you got on your screen. Just FYI.
I think Bravo needs to address it with Giselle. And Bravo needs to address it. They aired it.
I'm gonna be done after this.
She alluded to sexual intimidation coming from that man.
Season 9 is gonna be a mess. It's like expecting something to change, but nothing has changed. It's kind of like the diva always says when you go to a restaurant expecting a different outcome when it's the same. It's like things haven't changed. So it's like we're gonna go into season 9. Nothing has changed. Giselle, it is what it is. She is the head girl in charge. The girls are gonna bow down. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. And I think season 9 is gonna be a hot ass mess. I think that Nneka, I don't have an issue with Nneka, but Nneka would be a damn fool to go into season 9 thinking that she won't be the target, because it definitely won't be Robin if Robin comes back. It's not gonna be Ashley. It's not gonna be Karen. Nneka, girl, you on the chopping block. And it's like it's going to be just another season of somebody's marriage relationship being attacked because you have people like Giselle, no tea, no shade, who don't want to tell their real truth. I think that's another thing about these housewives. They need to get back to a point where the girls tell their truth. Because when you don't tell your truth, the opposite of that is a lie. And so now we're just going to make up something. And then you're going to have Mia coming in next season, not giving me, because I don't know if I'm watching. Because I don't think Wendy is enough for me to come in. I'm low-key kind of with the Candace, Kenya, no shade. When Kenya left, girl, I caught Ghost 2. Candace left, I might catch Ghost 2. But I don't think that Mia coming in next season, I think she's going to give people a big old headache. Here they go. That's all I had to say. I'm done.
Touche Lux, thank you so much. I want to thank the whole panel. I really did have a good time. I didn't even lie. You guys know I really wasn't doing any Bravo content for a while, and it was because I was kind of disillusioned and it was more frustrating than it was interesting. But they kind of like reignited my interest in the show. So I really enjoyed them. Thank you guys all for being here. Jamie That's Me has a channel. It's at Jamie That's Me. Gabor, what's your ad? Is it Andrew Gabor?
Mm-hmm.
You can find Gabor at Andrew Gabor and Rodney The Voice. Rodney has actually changed his last name to The Voice. So you can find him.
The Voice. Oh, you're so fancy. I'm so slow.
Rodney is Rodney The Voice on YouTube. So definitely you can support all these great content creators. I enjoyed it. Tomorrow, guys, I have some more stuff on Diddy, so that'll be more serious, but this was fun. I appreciate you guys.
Mims. I got one. I'm just playing. I just want to piss you off.
You won't be invited back next week. Or whenever we do this again. It's not a weekly thing. I have to beg these people to come on. Anyway, you guys have a great night. And thank you again to the panel.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.